This is a test. This is only a test. This is a test of the Emergency Broadcast Network. In voluntary cooperation with local, state, and federal authorities, the Emergency Broadcast Network has developed this program to keep you informed in the event of an emergency. If this is an actual emergency, the attention signal you now hear will immediately be followed by official information, news, or entertainment. Warning: the following program contains material which may be unsuitable for some viewers. The unintended or unauthorized reproduction, sale, or distribution of this product is strictly prohibited. Failure to obey these laws may result in fines or imprisonment. Emergency Broadcast Network is not responsible for any of the views or opinions which are expressed in the following program, and any similarity of persons portrayed to any actual persons living or dead is purely incidental. Viewing of this videotape is not recommended for any persons who may be subject to the following conditions: dizziness, nausea, confusion, or drowsiness caused by stroboscopic or other types of rapidly flashing light, sleeplessness, agitation, or aggression caused by the continuous viewing of television for abnormally long periods of time, disorientation, panic, or memory loss caused by the involuntary reception of large quantities of simultaneous external stimuli, or any other type of abnormal physiological behavior which can be triggered by unexpected atmospheric or electrical field anomalies. Emergency Broadcast recommends that in the event of accidental ingestion of excessive portions of this product, notify authorities immediately.
Try psychoactive drugs. Try psychoactive drugs. Try psychoactive drugs. Try psychoactive drugs. Psychoactive, 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 psychoactive drugs. Mood-altering drugs like alcohol, pot, pills, and others like
marijuana,
like
LSD, 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 LSD.
Blown away.
On drugs.
Blown away.
On LSD.
Blown away.
On psychoactive.
Psychological operations.
Propaganda. 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 Propaganda.
practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own hidden.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it Sensi Mag, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.
Welcome to another edition of the Adam Dunn Show. I am your host, Adam Dunn.
I'm Dave.
We're still here. Dave just rolled in from
Wuhan, baby.
Wuhan, so we're kind of, I'm trying to keep 6 feet distance from him, but I don't know.
Hey, you want to share a dab rig with me?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What's wrong with that?
Absolutely
Come
not.
on.
Oh my God. Well, one thing we do know is these masks are not going to protect
They're not
anybody
gonna protect us from shit.
anything.
We're so dead.
Yes, let me tell
Oh my God,
you.
we're so dead.
Let's see.
If you could smoke through it, then you can easily pass Wuhan through
Oh yeah,
it.
it goes on my head pretty good. There you go. Oh look, now I am Jewish like you.
Oh, sweet. L'chaim.
It's a yarmulke
Wait.
with a band.
I'm going to wear it like Trump wears it.
There you go.
Here we go. So I'm
Hanging
gonna
off the
do
side.
show.
Hanging off the side like some ears.
Hell yeah.
Ah, Jesus. Well, as you can tell, our dongle period, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. Those are my, the guys, those are EBN that was on there earlier. If anybody
Put your
hears,
mask back on, man.
No.
I don't want to get sick.
I'm over it.
I'm going to get sick.
I'm contaminating the
You
world.
ruined the joke.
It's too hot. It's too hot. Look, everyone's worried you were in China. Yes, of course he was in China. Look at
I wasn't in China.
China.
Oh my goodness. Goat, come on, baby. I wasn't in China. I'm not even eating Chinese food during this outbreak.
I know, it's weird,
You know.
right? Drinking Coronas and eating Chinese food.
But I love Chinese food.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
We are back here at Cultivator Synergy.
Thank you very much, guys.
Definitely a step up from the garage, I'd have to say.
Well, at least we obeyed the rules this week, and we didn't start smoking until
Did they
after the time, and they didn't turn those big, huge, loud filters
Oh,
on.
yeah, we figured out what that noise was last week. They had turned on all the carbon scrubbers in this place because we had blown it out before the allotted time. And so I was like, oh, shit.
I mean, that was their version of telling us to stop smoking, right? They
Yeah,
just turned
I
the
know
really
that it's
loud fans on.
for spreading yourself, and I know that. I know
Oh,
that.
what? They're telling it?
Yes, we know all these things.
We understand we're trying to make a joke. It was trying to
Ha,
be funny, ha funny joke. And Mark still has his on.
Mark's
so-
nervous. Mark is really nervous.
No, but if there's if you guys can think of any reason why we shouldn't go to Barsa-Corona next week, I mean, literally 9 days from now, please feel free to call in and bitch to Mark.
Convince us.
Convince us why we should go.
We're up in the
because-
air. We have no
Please
idea
call
what to
and save my life.
Yeah.
I'm just
we have
kidding.
no fucking idea.
I mean, it's scary because it's funny. Adam and I have the exact opposite way. I go to bed going, I'm going to go. It's going to be so great. I'm going to dream of going to Barcelona and Amsterdam for a couple days, seeing Big Steve. And then I wake up and every fucking new show is, but from the time you went to sleep last night until the time you woke up, the cases have doubled.
Yep.
I mean, what the
No,
fuck is that?
I go to bed every night going like, yeah, definitely not going to this thing. Fuck that. And I wake up in the morning like, nah, it's okay. I should just go. Fuck it, So I don't know. We're up in the
We
air.
yin
We'll
and the
see.
yang.
We will see.
We don't have to make the decision until literally you're getting on the plane. And so by next Friday, it might not even be our decision. So I guess we'll find out then, right? I mean, they could shut down Barsa-Corona.
It's just tough because I've been to enough Spannabis to know that like probably half the people that are there are coming out of Italy, right? And Italy is a hot spot right now. So I'm kind of like, oh Jesus! And do Italians follow any rules ever? No. Do they? Are they going to be like the Chinese and lock themselves in? Get welded into their own
No.
house? No, fuck no. They're like
Party in Barcelona.
we're going
Let's
to
go.
Barcelona. Let's go.
Sweet.
And
Except
actually,
with a better accent.
and I actually had a friend who's there right now in lockdown in Italy, and he told me that he was going to meet me at the show because he was going to get out of his quarantine the day before. And I was like, dude, I don't know. That totally put me like, I have a target on my head now. Now I know there's someone coming like a missile, like a guided missile. Hey, Adam, here, let me give you a big hug, and then it's over.
Okay, I think you just really I had a
Did it
bubble
br-
above my head.
Did it just bring it
and
to you?
that
Did
you
it
just
became real.
You have a friend
Yeah.
in quarantine in Italy right now who the quarantine period will end 24 hours before he comes
to
Barcelona
to find me.
to find you. Wait, no, stop. Well, hold on. You said to find you. He doesn't know me. I don't know him.
But I'll make sure that before you know who he is, I'll say, "Hey, see that guy over there?
Give him a big hug.
Go over there and give him a big old hug.
Share a joint
and then
with him.
after he's hugged you, I will say, "Oh, this is my friend from Italy that I was telling you
Ciao,
about."
bellissimo. Nice to see you, David. Oh no, that is really fucking scary. I mean, it's really fucking scary.
Like I said from the beginning, I'm not so scared about the disease. I mean, of course, everybody is a little bit, but I'm more scared about the fucking just incompetence of the world and the fact that we could get trapped, like, on the other side of the planet with fucking like limited funds, and all of a sudden like, yes, every day is costing you $500 and you fucking pretty much aren't comfortable because you're living out of your little bag with your $500.
And wherever you're staying, and they say to you, "Oh, don't worry about how much it costs right now. We'll deal with that after you get better."
Yeah, right.
There wasn't. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
while you're sick here, it's free, and enjoy the continental breakfast in the morning. No. No.
Well, it's not like it's not like any of us are sharing joints over there or doing anything that could risk our. Yeah, no, we're just pretty much glued to your own piece.
The funny thing was, I was thinking today while watching somebody, there was an Instagram video going around of a guy like setting somebody up at a dab bar, and all I'm thinking about is what happened when that dab was done. Maybe there's a market for you drop that whole rig into a dunk tank.
Well, just the fact that people are planning on giving people dabs, I'm like, what are you going to give them? I mean,
yeah, you have to have your own rig.
I would never. I mean, it's already bad. The thing about it is, I mean, I've had enough cannabis coughs after cannabis cups to know that no matter how hard you try, you fucking fuck up. You slip up here, you slip up there. Terp.
Let's talk about a new sponsor that we're hoping to bring on. Terp wipes, guys, if you're paying attention.
Well, look at that.
Out there.
They're see-through.
Oh, look at that, because of the color of the green screen?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's sick.
Yes. They're invisible. On top of everything, they're invisible.
So, yeah, I have a lot of Terp wipes right now.
Just fucking wipe down. Wipe down.
Well, there was another one going around where there was a woman sitting on a train. She had a mask on and what appeared to be like a sliced open El Dorado Springs water bottle over her head, like a spaceman thing.
Oh, and there's some awesome things coming out of China. I saw these people walking around with entire rooms built around them on little shopping carts, like going shopping. You're like the shit don't go underneath it. And anyway.
We saw the same news article when you want to order food. The food is signed off. Everybody who touches your food has to write their temperature down on a card.
Yeah,
and
who delivered it, who made it, the whole 9 yards.
And the guy, he takes it out of the bag and opens the bag, right? And he steps 4 feet away. You step over and pick the food up and walk away because you can't get within 4 feet of each other right now because it's against the rules. It's Adam Dunn Show rules.
Rules are made to be broken, but
don't talk.
Right, let's announce who we got on the show since we've got a whole slew. We got Jason Hare. So basically, it is champs going on this week. Today's the last day. So we had a lot of people in one place together, all transferring their coronaviruses together. It's the new champs version, the champs edition.
They hate you right
champs
now.
edition.
They're listening right now going, he had to fucking go there.
They're like, wait a minute, there are a lot of people here.
We were going to share that phone, but...
Second case in California today. Oh, Jesus.
No, but remember we talked, it's not so much that there's a second case. It's that there is one person who got reinfected.
No, two now.
Two that...
Yeah. No, not even reinfected. There's 2 people who have gotten infected but have not been anywhere near
Well, that's community transmission. But there was somebody who got it, did not get, full-blown Barsa-Corona, recovered, and then got it again. So that's fun. It's not like the flu where you get the flu, you recover from the flu, and you have an immunity to it that year. That it's not working that way.
Well, the one interesting thing about this whole thing, let's introduce our deal. Before we get sidetracked once again.
Okay.
Jason Harris is there. We're going to have a chat with him. Jason Harris of Jerome Baker, of course. Now, I saw a post that he had made because it was the 17th anniversary of the unfortunate Operation Pipe Dreams, which he was sucked into. And so I was like, let's do a little special on that. We reached out to Tommy Chong. I don't think he's going to come on because it was just too impossible.
I texted Paris, but I have my ringer off, and if he calls, it's 4:44, so that's a good thing that we were. Yeah. Maybe he'll.
Maybe just because of the time. Maybe because of the time. But no, in general, we did reach out. But at the same time, you know, it's we need to do a whole show if we're going to get Tommy on here. We can't just get him in for 10 minutes anyway.
Right.
So, but what we will do is kind of go over a little bit with Jason of the little history lesson on that, because he was one of the few people that got really like he didn't get no jail time, but he got fucking made its example of. Basically.
Well, when you hear Tommy tell the story about how he got arrested, it is straight up entrapment. It is 100% entrapment. There was no question about it. The undercover officer who reached out to him literally reached out 40 times to try to get him to sell something, and every time it was no. And finally he broke down and sent him one bong, and federal jail. That's fucking crazy.
And it was the Pennsylvania too, right? It was like the classic. Like the one state, if you ever get somebody from Pennsylvania that wants anything, you just say no.
Fuck you.
Because that place is the setup capital of America.
Call somebody in Indiana. I hear they do things well down there. It's so funny. You know, I'm breaking the fourth wall now, but I can always tell when somebody in the chat room is saying something funny, because Mark has this grin on his face like he knows something that I don't know, and he's hoping that maybe it'll scroll up past and I won't see it and start cracking up or anything. But you should be fucking using the laser pointer and highlighting it so I can laugh along too, and then looking at your Cheshire Cat grin. Now I got to go back and look. I have nothing to do with the Geneva car show, so Ginger Son.
That's you, Ginger Son.
What?
You're the Ginger Son.
Oh, motherfucker. Who is that? Get him out of here.
But he says you make a great co-host.
I know, but Ginger Son, come on, baby.
Ginger Son.
Come up with a better nickname for me. Like, no, wait, I don't want a nickname. Any friends of his nicknames are usually really bad when you say them online.
Actually, you look pretty good today, I have to say. It's almost like we powdered you up. You've got a slight sunspot going on there, but not really much.
You know the one guy that I said his name, or I said his nickname, the big guy on the show? I saw, Tony Robbins. He could lose 40 pounds and he can be Tony Robbins' body double for any for a movie he does. So that could be his next little thing. Total aside there.
Total aside, whatever that means.
That's a total attempted tangent.
Well, I'm the guy with the tangents around here.
Okay, I'm gonna have some wedding cake.
Here I am trying to wrangle it back in. Let's.
I'm no good at
so we're gonna be talking to Jason, also about just about glass in general, because he's been in the game for. I met Jason in '93. Came out to Amsterdam. He got busted in 2003 when that whole thing went down. So 10 years went past. And he's never stopped since, which is that's testament to the game. Now there's a whole lot of new glass blowers coming in. We're going to have Chris Hubbard from Helix.
No, Chris Hubbard from Hubbard Glass,
Hubbard
and William Menzies from American Helix Glass. And tangentially, American Helix are the people who originally made the glass design for this Carta. Right. That's on here right now.
Cool.
So.
I'm very curious. But plus, they have a whole new thing I saw, which looked pretty sick. So
how about that, right? I mean, that looked...
It looks nice. I was already like, it's got temperature. It's got all sorts of bells and whistles. So we're going to talk to him about that. And then we also have, from Sensi Magazine...
Abby Wright,
who's hanging out right now with Jason. So we may start with those two. Who knows?
We should get them on before they get way too stoned, and then you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll have them on within 10 minutes or so, because we just got to...
Who are we calling first? I'm sorry.
Abby and Jason.
And of course, we have the Illuminar giveaway at the end of the show today. So you got to stay till the end for that.
Maybe we should go over the instructions to that now, so that
people can still enter.
Right.
You can still enter right now.
Mark, what do they have to do?
You have to write an email to info@adamdunshow.com. You also have to go to @Illuminar Lighting on Instagram, give them a follow, and you'll have to hunt through the post to find the...
Which post do they have to go to? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't find it. So where is the word of the month?
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
Can you do it?
Can you do it?
Can you look?
So
Adam Dunn's usually tagged in the post.
Are we actually telling people right now to stop listening and go search for a word? Yes, we are telling you that, because
if you're on a computer, you can open up a second tab.
You could probably pull off two things at once.
You can totally pull off.
Not if you're on an iPhone. An iPhone, you get to do one thing at a time, baby.
Oh, I have YouTube Red, so I don't know.
Look, he's been doing that to us all night. We won't go into it, but
he's really proud of his
He's
YouTube
really proud of all the stuff he has over there, and the stuff Adam and I have over here is sort of subpar. And he puts this little smile on his face, and Adam and I go down the rabbit hole, and he's like, "No, I had a great mine's fucking awesome." I'm just loving it. Fucker.
So, and if you do send this in and you want to be in this contest for the end of the show, make sure you put a fucking phone number. That's
Yeah, and
that's
you
the
gotta answer
number
the
one
call.
mistake.
Oh yeah,
Number one mistake.
See, you side-track me, man.
So
Side-track you?
Side-track.
I'm good at that, man.
Side-track me, man.
Everybody's a
Yeah,
little,
ginger sun, baby.
everybody seems a little side-track today.
Fucking high right now. What happened?
You know what? Because you smoked. What did you smoke?
Some DJC.
Some DJC from
Ambrosia.
14 or Ambrosia
I can see it.
by the apothecary guys.
Put,
he's
put the camera on.
pie-eyed.
Put the camera on.
Why?
Yeah, he's really pie-eyed.
No.
Put the
Was it the
camera on.
ruby pearls that you put in Noisy Cricket?
Put your. I mean, you can. Just,
Yeah,
just
get him on camera.
Look how high.
Inquiring minds want to know.
MT high. MT high. He's high.
There he is.
Oh, and he's got a shine, dude.
Oh, look at
you
the
got
forehead.
shine on the
Hold on,
forehead.
hold on.
And you're really high.
Put a terp wipe on there.
Yeah, terp wipe that
Put
head,
a terp
please.
wipe on there.
I don't need
Wipe
that.
that.
I just-
Terp wipe that head.
Look at he adjusted. He did a good job.
That's Noisy Cricket for all of you who saw Men in Black.
Noisy cricket.
That's Noisy Cricket.
super big. How'd you get so baked so fast? I don't get it. Because that just like you were not high five. You were angry like 2 minutes
I
ago.
was
Look at
angry a
this.
second ago.
And now
Now
look at
I'm
him.
all nervous.
Wow, this is it. This is what does it.
So
anyway,
this is
send us a quick thing saying why you need a fucking light. Why do I need a fucking light?
you can write a poem. You'll probably win. I'm just telling you.
Poems tend to do really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poems win. You have to tell us why you want the light. You got to give us your phone number. You got to have the word of the month. And
It's a lot of guys. It's a lot of halves.
you must.
that Dave
well,
blow.
this is the big one. I'm going to throw shit at him. You must answer the phone. So you have to answer the phone, and it makes us look like complete douches if we have to call like more than 3 people. So be ready. Answer the phone.
Don't make us look like douches.
No,
please.
I do that really easy for myself. I don't want to bring anybody into my universe when I'm douching it out. So answer the phone. We're going to also have another giveaway next week, right? Fish Shit
Yep.
is going to be giving away
Our
5
latest sponsor.
liters. And according to him, that's expensive fish shit because he would be getting $100 a liter. So that's $500 giveaway. I don't know if we're going to give it all 5. I don't know. Is that for one person or do we want to give away to 5 different people? I think this time we'll probably
we can
just.
do split it up.
Well, is it 5 single liter bottles or is it
It's
one
big
5 liter?
five.
Oh, so we're
One
giving
bag.
it all
It's
away. at
one
once.
5 bag.
So if you're, for those of you who want to use it, it's a nutrient additive, right? You're not replacing any of your nutrients. You're sort of adding it on for a little boost. So I guess we should decide how we're going to do that giveaway. You have to learn the fish shit of the day.
You gotta make a fish. We have to imitate a fish. We have to hear I want to hear the fish sound so you can make.
You have to search. You have to search the records for Mark's middle name. Okay, if you can find out Mark's
my
middle
goodness,
name,
no.
then you're gonna have to send that one in. And obviously, whatever middle name that is, it's something embarrassing because he's
No.
like getting all nervous and red right now. Look at his forehead; it's like glowing. It's almost see through right now. But see through. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Okay, what about news? Come on, you had a whole bunch. I saw you.
No, I'm going to go 2 news stories tonight because we basically spent the whole first part of the show on the Barsa-Corona virus. So love that
You
one.
know you love that. Just make some time for it before you do. Just make
I'll
some time for it, Dave.
for it. So, I mean, really, everything's about coronavirus. But here was an interesting one that there's a new Arizona bill that is attempting to limit medical marijuana to 2% THC. You heard it right here. So it's ridiculous. HCR 2045 would revise the law from its current language and change it to a registered nonprofit medical marijuana dispensary may not dispense to a qualifying patient or designated caregiver medical marijuana with a THC concentration of more than 2%. The bill proposed appears to be a hazy first draft. For instance, it says tetrahydrocannabinol concentration, which implies that it pertains only to marijuana concentrates and extracts.
Even more stupid.
Right, which it's absolutely not possible.
2% concentrate. Doesn't even make sense.
You might as well smoke the box
That's
that
a
the
brownie. That's a
concentrate
brownie
came
then,
in.
if that even. And even a brownie's stronger than that. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's all that food material. There's more than probably than that. You know?
So it would also require warning labels from the Surgeon General, similar to cigarettes, be put on. They call it marijuana products. I'm so beyond that right now. It really needs to read cannabis. But the department shall develop warning labels that are based on the United States Department of Health and Human Services Office of the Surgeon General's warnings on marijuana. The department shall require that the labels be affixed to the packaging of any medical marijuana. End of article. And this is government's attempt to kill a duly voted on bill by the voters who passed legislation to have a law in Arizona, and this is a couple of douchebag city council, state representatives who try to poison the bill. So those of you in Arizona, you need to fight this right now because it should not. It'll kill everything.
Ridiculous. It does. That's like, it's so asinine. It doesn't even make. It's not even like. How can it even get anywhere? How can it get past? It's like one of those things where how can it make it past any person who has a half a brain?
Well, we just actually, I believe,
Like
not to get political, but we just had a major thing in our government where they actually voted without witnesses. So
Where do they do that?
Somewhere in Washington, I believe.
Yeah.
But I heard about it on television. So again, if logic leaves, there's no reason. Oh, wait, hold on, look at that. Should we look?
Let's take
see.
a look.
Hold on. Name dropping.
We may have the ends.
Oh, wow.
What?
Got his cell phone. Should really? I don't know that.
Well, say it's a little rough because we're on the. Tell him we're on the
Yeah.
air. Tell him we're on the air. Is there any way he could vet it for us? See if there's a possibility, and it would be in about 10 minutes or something like that. So, or 10 or 15, because we'd want to get Jason on first and get them all together.
Right. Well, look at that.
Hey.
I get. Am I turning red right now, Mark? Because I'm having a little schwitzy moment here.
Oh, geez.
I'm having a little schwitzy. Oh, you want me to do another one?
I sent you one.
Oh, what about the one I sent?
What did you send?
Mine was the good one.
With a Barsa-Corona?
The hemp one. Adam even said it was good.
Oh, that was back, wasn't it? Where is
Oh, I got it right here.
Yes.
USDA drops DEA testing requirements while FDA acknowledges demand for CBD.
Victory.
So, I mean, wow.
We won finally.
Yeah,
But
for
that
now.
but that was exactly the same thing. It was one of those things where it was like, oh my God, somebody who either is evil and smart or just plain stupid has came up with this rule. Because if they were evil and smart, they'd be like, hey, we need to take the top 2 inches off of every plane. You're like, you motherfucker, you know our tricks. But if they're just, at the end of the day, what's that say?
This is Paris Jog saying that he's home hanging out. We might get lucky if we just try to call him. I think we'll wait to do something a little bit more professional before we pull a little Richard and Sal Howard Stern thing calling him up. Hey, you're live on the air, Mr. Chong. Tell us about the time you went to jail.
Exactly.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. So here we go.
We have to. We do have to talk to. We have to call. We have to do the wolf call.
What?
We have to get the wolfster.
Oh, yeah, bring
before
him
we
on.
get into other stuff, because he'll be there waiting.
Okay, so we're done with news?
No, we have that one more.
No. Hold on.
I sent you one more that you sent that you put up, and I liked it. I wanted to do it for our English fans.
Uh-oh.
Because it's serious. It's a case of coronavirus there, and then it's a real serious one. Community.
Which one?
The one you sent from England. Unless you sent
Oh, English. No. Here we go.
Here you go. You got it?
I got it from
okay.
I sent it to you.
Spain detects 10 new cases of coronavirus in 36 hours.
No. I just sent it to you. Check it out.
Send it to me?
Yeah, check it
Oh,
on
I
your
didn't
phone.
get it.
Check
On
on your phone.
Oh, you want Mark to read it?
Yeah. No, I just wanted to see it.
What do you mean? Where did you send it? What did you send it by? Text?
Mark's really stoned right now.
Yeah.
You remember that, okay?
I sent it by text. Can I send it
To
by
who?
Okay.
Should I send it to something else?
This is where the show goes off the rails.
It already did.
I haven't had a text from you since last week.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
All right. You got it?
guys.
It's this one right here.
Think give it to me. I'll read it.
Boom.
Yeah, read it.
All right. Britain's first reported case of coronavirus in Kent turns out to be a hangover.
I love
Who's that?
That's the wolfster. What are you talking?
Wolf.
Ow.
Ow.
Oh,
There
my
we
phone's
go.
smarter than I am.
Take it away, Wolf.
So,
Hey.
what's going down, Wolfie?
Well, I'm calling to say hi, and like I said, Adam, I want to start out by thanking you for being kind enough to let me do this. Everyone out there in Adam Dunn land, if you haven't ordered a copy of The Farmer in the Sky so far, go on Facebook. do it. This is keeping a roof over me and the dogs.
Hey, Wolf, it's
Hopefully,
important.
This will be the last time it has to happen.
Before you tell everybody about your book, can you make sure you have a mask on while you're talking to us?
Yeah, we don't want to catch
We don't want to catch any California Corona, because we hear that there's a lot of it going on down there. You got your mask on?
Look,
Good.
as many people as survived Lyme disease, come on, Corona and Lyme's got to be a winner.
Bam! Whoa! Rimshot cymbal crash. If we had good sound effects right now, that would be playing the "How dare you!" But that was a good one. Yeah. So buy your book. Where can they go to?
They can go on Facebook to The Farmer in the Sky or Michael Wolf Siegel. Order it by way of PayPal. That way there's a record of it, and you can hunt me down and burn me in effigy or something if you don't get it, but you will get it. It's due to be released on 4/20, and then it's probably going to take me I prefer to believe, 2 weeks to sign and send all the pre-ordered copies. It also, the people who pre-order are also going to have first shot at the book of entirely new stuff that will hopefully be done by this fall, which is going to be called How to Grow Wiser, a Cultivator's Handbook for Growing Cannabis Sustainably. And obviously the title describes what that one's about. It's going to
What is that about? I don't know. I can't figure out.
Well, is there any way to buy these books without going through Facebook and giving Zuckerberg money?
Actually, yeah. You can just email me at wolf@farmerinthesky.com, and we can go that way and figure it out from there.
I just got a dirty look from Mark as I asked him to put your email up on the
And
screen.
so this is going to be articles. This is like a rehash of stuff from the articles that you get, or from the things that you printed back in the day.
This is every Farmer in the Sky column from Sensi Tips magazine, a little over 6 years worth.
Mm-hmm.
The entirety of Growing Indoors for Fun and Profit. Some connecting verbiage, a little bit of biographical stuff about my writing partner, Kevin Bjornson, and about me, a little bit about what's going on now, and a little teaser at the end about what the next one's going to be like. The next one's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to do some things like, it's about time we have perennial cannabis, so why not graft your cannabis scions of multiple varieties onto a hops rhizome, and then because most states count a root ball as being a plant, let's have some 40-foot long hedges that are one plant. Little things like that.
40-foot tall hedges that are one plant.
No, not tall, long.
Long.
40-foot long, right? Grafting in cannabis scions into hops rhizomes.
I got you.
One root system equals one plant in most states. That means that regardless of if you've got a garden full of one plant, you've still only got one plant.
Yeah, I get you. That I mean, unfortunately, we're in that day and age where we have to get all stupid and come up with things like this.
I think that was Jason calling in.
I think it's either Jason or Abby.
We'll call. That was Jason.
Text them and just tell them to call in 5 minutes. We'll do 5-minute soapbox with the Wolfster.
Wolf, you have the
full
the bully pulpit.
There you go.
I don't think that was the number. I think that was Abby calling.
Or Abby, maybe Abby.
Then, in whatever state you're in,
that's right. It is 5
push
for
for
Abby.
home grow. If you're a professional grower, push for home grow. People that are legitimately using it medically cannot afford to be putting nasty-ass substances in their bodies when they already have compromised immune systems, compromised biochemistries. We all should be growing our own, even if we're growing professionally in legal, regulated industry. Grow your own because it's good for your soul.
No, 100%. And the thing is, you can imagine when you've grown a plant from the beginning, like as anybody who's grown, you're always like, that first joint you ever smoke is amazing because it's like you did it all, whatever. But in general, you sync up with your plants in the long run. So if you're, and it's to the point where, like, it's weird because it's almost like it becomes spiritual in a sense because all of a sudden you're like, you get such a different feeling off your own weed than you do off of somebody else's weed. And you cannot just impossible to sort of to.
Would-
I mean, you
would
get sometimes you
would
get weed
like
from other
it-
people
would-
that's grown better than yours. That's fucking, that can happen.
That's never happened to you.
Of course, it's happened. I've got guys, there's people.
Would you like a bro science explanation for why we get off so well
goodness.
on the pot we grow ourselves?
Let's tell us.
You know that electrical fields affect what's around them. Our nervous systems are neuroelectrical systems where there is little electronic things going on. Every time we feel something, that's the result of a little electric spark, a chemical electric spark jumping across the neural synapse. Well, all of those millions and billions of synapses together are putting out what the hippies called an aura, but what you could call a bioelectrical field. It interacts with the plants. Things that are resonating, everything alive resonates. Things that are resonating in adjacent space tend to reach harmony. If you give it long enough, they get to the same vibration.
Yeah.
Well, then what we're smoking has tuned to us. It's attuned to us. Of course, it's going to get us off back. It's on our off best.
Yeah.
It's on our exact wavelength. At least that's bro science for it.
I believe it. No, I'm totally with you on that, and that's kind of the beauty of growing your own anything, even when it's food. When you grow your own food, it's the same thing. Like all of a sudden, it's like, wow, this is the best fucking potato I've ever had. It's made from the same. You took a potato that you bought at a store, you stuck it in some dirt, and now all of a sudden that's a better than the one you bought. You know what I mean? But it's also it all kind of syncs up to yourself. So it's awesome. And so the new book that you said is coming out when? What's the deal with that one?
Well, let's see. The first one,
Yeah,
which is second book,
420.
it comes out 420.
Gotcha.
The next one, I'm hoping to be signing it at Seattle Hemp Fest, but I'm counting on signing it at the Emerald Cup.
Oh, that's a good way. Go to December. Like push yourself. Yeah, go to the end.
Give me a little more room.
What are you gonna? When is the Emerald Cup again? That's like late December. You're gonna wait for? How about like Hall of Flowers in April?
Well, that's
Got
what
anything
he's got
coming
the
out
book.
then?
He's got the book. That's the first one. That should be Hall of Flowers, right? About.
Well, I hadn't even thought about that. I've been so busy hustling to try and keep a roof for the last couple months. It's been you guys know I have some fairly serious health issues, and I haven't even been getting over to the conferences here in Portland because of it. But it feels like that's done. I'm coming up. We've got me on a new med that seems to be working. So.
Sorry about that, Wolf. Hope you feel better. Man.
You know, life throws you balls. Hopefully, occasionally you hit a few of them.
Everybody buy a fucking book. Come on, go online, buy a fucking book. All right. If you're sitting out there, I think Mark just checked. There's 9,000 people listening to us live right now. So please, if only 3,000 of you buy a book, Wolf will have a great weekend. So if you could just.
Oh hell yes! Not only that, I'll be down at the next couple of shows for that. Just because I love talking with people. I'm a hermit. I hang out at home except when I go to conferences. When at conferences, I'm totally animated, but I need an excuse to get out there and love on some people because, you know, you're my peeps, all of you that are listening.
Just make sure you're wearing a face mask while you're loving
Yeah,
on
did
us.
you put the mask on?
That's all I got.
Hold on. Let me just get mine on right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mask
have
for
that
the
mask
corona
on.
and a green hat for the lime, right?
Yes, exactly. Well, thanks for calling in, Wolf. I really appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you. I appreciate this. And David, you still owe me a call.
Of course I do. Get in line, buddy. Get in line.
Oh, but I have your magic ticket to billions. I'll talk to you later.
Sweet.
Bye-bye.
Later, Wolf.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ow.
So it was probably Abby that was calling because it was 5.
All right, we'll give her a heads up that she can call back in right now. Boom.
Or should we call her?
What do you want me to do?
He's too, you know Mark's really stoned right now, so you can't ask him.
I'm going to have her
Tell
call
him-
us.
Tell him what you want.
All right, have them call us.
All right. Abby's going to call in now.
Okay. Perfect.
But if it sounds like a man, it's probably Jason.
Well, you know.
I'm just saying.
It's the end of the show, though. You never know. Could be- and, you know. Boom.
Thank you,
Someone's
Abby.
calling.
Hi, you've reached Joe's Pool Hall. Who do we have here? Who's there?
Smack 'em up.
She's like,
You rack
Joe's-
'em, we crack 'em.
Joe's.
Who's that?
Pool
How
Hall.
are you?
Hi, Abby. Thank you for calling in.
Absolutely.
Well, we have to go through this for our attorneys, but you're live on the air right now, so anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of cannabis. Okay?
Okay.
All right, good.
All right.
Glad we cleared that up. How was Champs?
Champs this year actually was really, really good. They changed it this year to a completely different hall. It's a little bit bigger. And I actually think that it's a lot better this year.
I apologize. Maybe you can tell everybody who you are, what you do for Sensi, your role.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Not
Tell
a
us-
problem. My name is Abby Wright. I am the publisher of Sensi Las Vegas with Sensi Magazine and Sensi Media. And I oversee the Sensi Magazine publication and events here in this market.
And now, I mean, pretty much, this is Adam here, by the way. Dave didn't just change his entire. Hey,
I didn't suddenly get good looking and have a better voice.
But
No.
the Vegas is definitely going to be the spot for events that actually, finally having a proper setup, because they're really set up for it. So I'm sure you're getting lots to talk about there.
Oh, yeah. Well, Las Vegas, first of all, is the, convention capital of the world. So just being in a place where everybody already comes to you for things like MJ BizCon and Champs and the cannabis conventions and stuff it's perfect placement here.
Coronavirus.
It just, makes sense. But, at the same time, we're also entertainment capital of the world. And with the way that Sensi runs our Sensi Night, public events, and then also our Sensi Connect business-to-business events, this really just is the perfect melting pot for events and things like that.
Amazing. Are there any more places to consume in a social environment other than Nuwu right now?
No, not here in Las Vegas. Right now, Nuwu is the only place that you can consume publicly, and that's because they are on sovereign land.
Mm-hmm.
There's you can always do it's because it's adult use here. There's private functions, private parties in the privacy of your own home. So you're seeing more of those around. But as far as public consumption, Nuwu is the only place right now.
Huh. Well, maybe we should talk about Nuwu a little bit so that people who are out there in Las Vegas can just walk up and ask for the done deal. They'll probably say they don't know what you're talking about.
But after the fifth or sixth person, they'll be like, "Fuck it, let's just give these
let's
guys."
just
There must
find
be
out.
something. There must be something
Right.
to this done deal.
We'd love to get that. I mean, that would be, out of all the different sponsors one could have on a cannabis show, that would be a smoking lounge. I would say they would be good to have in the stables.
And I'll tell you too, Nuwu is a beautiful dispensary. They really did it right. They're also, I believe it's the only dispensary in Nevada, and I'll have to double check that, where they have a drive-through. So not only do they have a public consumption lounge, but they also have a drive-through. They have a really great selection of brand merchandise for all the different brands that they carry, and then they carry quite a large selection of brands, Nevada-based brands and whatnot. So it's always a great experience when you go there, and even being a local, knowing that I can smoke in the privacy of my own home, and that's great. It's still fun to be able to go, visit with your friends and take people from out of town, family members and business associates, and just give them an experience that they can't have in one of their states.
Wait, you mean give them the
everybody
cannabis
seems to love it.
experience?
A cannabis experience.
How about that?
And it's just
Shameless
it's
plug.
just really cool to see everybody's faces, when they're like, I can't believe I'm sitting here and hitting this blunt in front of everybody else. It's amazing.
That's fantastic. And you have good pizza, too. I know there was a pizza place outside one of the cannabis events that we went to one time and had a good slice with Ambassador Adrian, who was a really cool guy.
Yes. Well, yes, downtown. That was Evil Pie, or Pizza Rock. Pizza Rock or Evil Pie. I remember that.
No, it was no. Was it Evil Pie? We made fun of the other one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So any pizza place wants to sponsor the show, we'd love for you to come on. But how was Champs
Absolutely.
in regards to, were there a lot of new products, any new glass that you saw?
Because Champs really went through kind of a phase where it was like, there was that Kratom phase. All of a sudden, it was like every other booth was Kratom, and now then it was the CBD kind of thing. And what's the?
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of Kratom this year, and I thought that I was going to see. There was a lot more last year than I saw this year. And it's funny because I thought that I was going to see CBD everything, and granted, there's still a lot of CBD around, of course.
You're
but
kidding me.
The big thing here has been CBG. People are starting to talk about that.
Did you see a lot of products, a lot of CBG products though online, or were they happening?
I started to see products coming out for sure. Not as far as product wise, I don't see anything over the top or anything that struck my fancy that's anything different than
it takes a
something
lot.
else.
It takes
that
a
I've
lot
seen.
these days to stir any
really
cannabis
does.
person's like curiosity. You can walk up and down a lot of these shows and be like, "All right, let's go." And you're like, "Wait a minute, you had to see something in there." You know what I mean? But it's really hard because we've been through so much saturation of the like similar brands. You know what I mean? It kills you.
Abby, are the CBG vendors talking about like how they got their genetics? Because Adam and I were having this discussion that is it CRISPR'd or did somebody actually breed the CBG out in?
No,
I have had these conversations with people outside of the show, but I haven't heard any of those conversations inside of the show. But there are interesting. There have been some interesting. Discussions, products, like I said, the CBG's out there. I've seen a lot of just the pre-rolls. There's CBG pre-rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's great or what. But another interesting product that I do want to mention that I did see, it's called Peace Water. I've never seen it. I think they've been around for a while, but it's the water that you can put inside your bongs, and it keeps your bong clean as you use it. I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm always a little sketched on anything. Like I'm always just like, you know what?
Yeah, what is it doing to your lungs?
I don't know.
And I looked at it and asked all those questions, but it looks like it's fairly pure. Then the other interesting thing about this Champ show is just, of course, they always have a really great glass section. There's tons of glass this year,
that's what it's about.
They've elevated the competition, when it comes to the artistry. So that was fun walking around and seeing all of the artwork.
Yeah, I mean the thing about Champs is it really it's funny too because I was there the first year and I didn't realize it was the first year when I was there. It was 2009. It was the first year I came back to the States to go to because things started to pop off here, and compared to what it was like, and now there's still like. When you're in the glass section, when you're with the glass people doing all the contests and doing the marbles and doing all, that's kind of what that's really like the heart of the original thing of Champs,
Yeah.
And it's still
the marbles are all out there.
Oh yeah, they're rolling for some big money on those things too. So you're watching some serious action, and it's pretty fun to watch.
I meant to bring the marble tonight. Those Instagram things that go around where it's like enter for the contest to win a $1,000 dab rig. I put you guys down, and I came in second. And I didn't even look to see what like second place was. I'm thinking, all right, maybe it'll be something cool. It was literally, and I thank you. I appreciate the win, but it was a bunch of stickers and a marble. So I would have preferred the dab rig, though. That would have been much better.
Yeah, right.
Marbles are pretty dope, though. I've got some really good ones.
Can't smoke out of the marble,
I got some
though.
big daddies too, but yeah, that's the good thing about it. They don't break.
And you don't have to clean
them.
it.
You don't have to clean them. It's like, wow, it's actually pretty damn cool.
So, Abby, the real question we wanted to ask you is, should we go to Barcelona for Spannabis, or should we remain here and be afraid of the coronavirus? Come on, what do you think?
Oh, gosh, I say, you only live once. Why don't you go?
We're going. That's
Enjoy
it. Abby
Spannabis.
says go.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
no
it,
more
yeah.
changing. That's it. We're going. We're going. Are you standing right next to Jason Harris, by the way?
I am not standing next to him. No, not right now.
I just texted him. I told him like 15-20 minutes would be good. So
yeah, he's down at his booth, but I've been down at his booth a lot. He has a great location right next to the glass area.
It doesn't
So,
suck to be the
been,
king. Okay.
Over there I've been over there checking out his stuff, and he threw a nice little party last night. That's been another great thing about this Champ show. A lot of really good, productive networking parties and stuff after the show. So
Networking events.
did
they are.
and Sensi participate in any of those, or they kind of just cruised around and checked other people's?
Well, actually, I just got back from Los Angeles last week for a publisher's retreat. And then immediately following that retreat, we had a Sensi Connect in Coachella Valley. it was held at the Bing Crosby Estate in Rancho Mirage, and it was incredible. We had probably about 350 people there at the estate, tons of vendors, and it's just one of our private B2B Connect events. Exceptional networking. Everybody had a great time, and then I drove back straight from there back here home to Vegas, and then we had Champs, and then there's also the White Label Expo that was being held simultaneously. So it's just been one thing after the other. But as far as upcoming events with Sensi, big things are about to happen for 2020 and then going into 2021. I can't officially announce what it is yet.
Well, give us a hint.
For the Vegas especially for the Vegas market towards the end of the year, our Sensi nights are going to become bigger and better than ever before. Think back to some of the biggest parties in Denver. We're bringing that crowd, that vibe, those over-the-top productions here to the city of Sin, where, the capital of entertainment, where events and productions like that belong. So, and then in addition to that, I'm planning a lot of, smaller scale educational events for the cannabis community surrounding things like, women and the culinary cannabis industry and, different workshops and speaking engagements like that. So
you're killing
there's
it.
going to be a lot of, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff, going on, especially here in Las Vegas, but all throughout the country with Sensi. You're going to see immaculate growth.
Good for you, Abby. Congrats. Maybe this would be a good time to mention that we used to actually broadcast from the Sensi Studios in Denver until we got kicked out.
Well, until it became the Sensi Studios.
Yeah.
We were there before. We were there
That's right.
pre-Sensi.
Right.
We were there pre-Sensi.
But all the same, when Sensi took over, Mark actually showed up one day and they had changed the locks on the door. We couldn't get in, and it was just a whole nightmare,
Yeah.
So
we need a good word to get
if you
back
could
in.
put a good word in. I mean, I thought Tay and I were bros, but, I can't get through his assistant right now, and then his assistant's assistant, and, it's tough, but we'd love to have access back there every now and then.
Well, I will do what I can
I'm
because
just
I
fucking
love
with
you
you.
guys. So
Thank you. Thank you. Was there anything that, what's the big standout?
Who spent the most money? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Who spent the most money? What booth was like, wait a minute, who's spending
Well, we know that's Patrick at Futurola, but who else after that?
Besides Futurola.
Yeah,
they always have the
besides
same giant
Futurola, who else was it?
well, I mean, we had Puffco. There was, TKO by
they were
Chirp
big.
Nation had a good booth. Cali Potts was around. Trying to think.
What about the new
There
orb?
is-
Did you see that one?
I'm sorry.
What was the name of
Which
that,
one?
Mark? There was a new orb that William Menzies from American Helix did 2 custom blown tops for. It was like the next generation Puffco Carta, and they were there too. I'd love to see how that is. It seemed to incorporate the whole wireless charging situation, so you just had to put it down on any pad, and it would start to charge. It looked really cool.
I didn't get to see that, but somebody was talking about that, and the conversation was surrounding like the iPhones. They have those iPhones and the wireless charging pads and whatnot. They were explaining that it was like that, but I myself had not seen it.
Well, maybe we'll have him on the show later. and
He's
we'll
going to
find
be on later, so I just wanted to see what the buzz was around it. From what I know,
No,
right?
there was definitely a buzz. I just didn't get to see it myself.
Those are the booths that are too crowded, and you're like, it looks too busy, and you don't go over. That's the
I'll
one
come back later.
That's the one that you should have been at.
The Futurola
the
was
hard-
pretty big. And
Yeah,
then,
they're always big.
Raw always puts on a great booth. But Josh was actually here for 3 days.
Oh, nice.
And got to meet everybody. And I happened to be wearing my Raw hat on the day that I met him. So that was a really cool thing.
Look at that.
So you were a complete fan.
Yeah.
Look how that worked
There
out.
was, Mike Tyson came through. He was here and met with a bunch of people. There was the big Tyson Ranch booth here as well.
Missed out?
No, I'm going to be a curmudgeon. I'm not really into Mike Tyson, really. I know he served his time and whatnot, but just...
Absolutely, but it's a Vegas thing,
Yep.
It was a big, everybody,
Was there a tiger?
thought
That's
it
all
was
that.
cool.
If you had a tiger with him,
God.
then it would be beyond at that point.
There was no
Right.
tiger.
No tiger. Midgets? Any midgets?
Yeah.
I mean,
There was like
Was
there
there
was
meat?
lots of really cool
Cold
there's
cuts?
really cool pit bulls and doggies though around,
Ooh.
so everybody enjoyed that.
You know, if you look at my phone on the Instagram page where you click, the search thing, and it comes up and it tells you like we suggest this for you. It's all pit bull photos. So I would have enjoyed.
That's funny.
That I would have enjoyed.
we make our doggy lambs. We could have dressed them.
I sent you the picture
for the
of
hot
my-
weather down there.
My pit bull.
I know.
She loves it. She loves it. She doesn't really want to go out without it. So doggylamb.com. Is that it? Doggylamb.com?
It's doggylamb.com. Yes, there you go.
Do you have a dog, Abby?
I have 2 dogs.
Does it get
I
cold
have,
in Las Vegas?
It gets a little bit chilly in Vegas. It's
Oh.
been really cold lately at night, but
Here's a
but
way to
yeah,
keep
my-
your dog warm. You can get a doggy lamb. Ask for the done deal.
I know my doggies stay inside, so they're just little 15-pound and 13-pound puppies. So
They get no jackets.
No jackets. They get no
inside.
jackets. They get
stay
no
in-
love.
They stay inside.
Well, when is the next time some Sensi event is happening in
Colorado.
Colorado? I was going to say, she's in Las Vegas.
I
Do
know,
you
she
do the
doesn't-
Colorado events?
You ever come here?
I do go up to the Colorado events when I can. If you go on to SensiMag.com, we've done a complete overhaul of the website. You can just click on events, and it'll pull up all of the events in every single one of our markets. I do believe there is something coming up in Colorado next month. And then I know in March we also have a Sensi Connect, it's Women of Sensi Connect event in LA. So I'm planning on trying to be out there for that. And then we'll probably be throwing a 420 event, sometime throughout April here in the Las Vegas market too.
Yeah, it's crazy right now because I haven't really heard a lot of like concrete plans for 420. Everyone's like, "What are you doing for 420?"
Oh, you're
I'm like,
right.
I don't know, man. It seems very like everyone's a little bit aloof this year. Like it's such a big year.
It's 420 all month long.
I know.
All month long.
And every
So
month,
we're
and
gonna
every
be-
month has three 420s because you got the 4th, the 14th, and the 24th, which are all 420s. Once you write it out, you realize, like, holy shit, another 420.
It's a celebratory year. I can't wait. Yeah, we're going to be part.
And we're all going to be so
partying and be part
stoners
of
that we're going to forget. Oh, dude, we should have done something that year. That would have been good. Right?
Well, do you remember when they used to do the 420 celebration in Boulder on the campus? It was something. You lived up, you planned what you were going to do, and there were thousands of people out there breaking the law. Now it's not so much breaking the law anymore, so it kind of fizzled away. No one's really doing that. It's 420 every day in Colorado, so to speak, right? And you can get access to good herb. But, yeah, what are we going to do a special 420 show from, like, your house or something?
A 24-hour 420 show on 420 is what we're doing.
It's a markathon.
Yeah.
Mark has to sit on the air the whole time, fill that air.
Useless after about 12 hours.
So cool.
Yep.
That
going.
one, no more.
Yeah, you like that.
I've been I went to the event in Vegas that got thrown last time, and I think it was 50-50. I think there could have been more people there, but I think it also a little more planning into the proper venue that is friendly.
I
Maybe?
agree with you. At that time, too, everything was so up in the air with Las Vegas, everybody wants to do something, but now after a whole year, Vegas has been adult use since, 2017, and we're just now, 2 full years into this industry, and people are starting to figure out, why don't we, space our events out? Vegas is a big city, small community, so everybody knows, the different events that are going on from, place to place. And that last 420, it was a cluster. Everybody was doing something at the same time, and it was so, scattered.
It's literally become the clusterfuck day of the year,
right?
Everywhere, because
Yeah,
everybody
it
wants to be like, and the thing is, if you're in the industry, there was a time when you could kind of pick a winner every time. Like, we're all going to be in fucking
Go to Mark's house,
Seattle, or we're all going to be in Denver. And there was things that were worth being at. And I think once Denver died, it kind of really fragmented a lot of the people because most people from Cali aren't going to leave Cali. There's no point.
Right.
And on the East Coast, it's still like NECAM right now. They can't sell seeds there. There's like that same vibe where it's just still kind of like not quite mature enough of a market there.
But there's also not enough impetus to get like a 420 tours. You wouldn't be like if you're in New York, you're not going to take you and your 10 buddies. You're not going to do like a spring break for 420 in Colorado right now because there's so much herb available out there to get your hands on.
There was, it's the same like Amsterdam back in the day when I lived there. It was like that people were getting flights to go to just do the most simple thing in the world. Now it's like, pretty much unless you live in Idaho,
Nebraska,
North Dakota,
Indiana,
and there's one more. Then you pretty much got weed,
Alabama,
if you need it,
Right.
I think even Alabama's got medical.
But what we are finding, however, though, is when you do put events together, as long as there's something else that that they can take away from it, not just a party, it tends to prove more useful for them, more valuable in the end game, and so that's why we have put on these Sensi nights and these Sensi Connect events, because we give the community education, especially for the non-cannabis and canna-curious consumers. The people that want to know more, but they just don't know how to ask, who to ask, that type of thing. So they, come out and they check out one of our events, our parties, and they get education on it. And then it lowers their guard, it breaks that stigma, and helps them make better, well-informed decisions on their own health and wellness. And, before you know it, you've got, new friends at every single one of our events. So.
Well said.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. We want everybody to join in and, just learn more about it. Not just about the party, of course, but we're looking forward to
the event.
A super. Do what?
It's the event. It's
it is. Yep.
It's a networking event.
The formula, what always ends up happening is it's like you have something like MJ BizCon comes into town. Now everybody jumps on that and has their little parties around the outside. But it is nicer when you can keep the events a little, like the problem with those is that, again, you're at like 50 parties on the same night. It's impossible to really pick the one that you should be at. So when you do your own things and have like 200-300 people, those kind of events are actually really good. Because at the end, you pretty much can actually almost talk to everybody you want to talk to and not feel like you're just on this never-ending, like chase your tail at the show because you're never really somehow you're never in the right spot.
I'm not laughing at Adam. I'm laughing at the fact that Mark just hit himself in the head with the microphone. So this would be great if we had a camera on him right now.
Well, it's like that saying or the acronym FOMO, fear of missing out.
100%.
And here in Las Vegas, that is more true than anything. People are so afraid of. They want to be at that next event. They don't want to miss, what could be the party of the year. And so everybody's, trying to tackle 2 or 3 or 4 parties at a night,
it is. I know.
To make their rounds. And then when it's all said and done at the end, the next day, the next morning, you're so tired or, obliterated from the evening before that you've forgotten everything.
Do you remember?
So when you have these...
No, go ahead. Keep going.
I was going to say, when you have these controlled environments, the events and educate, where it's, paired with education and fun and, if it's private, maybe consumption, but if it's public, obviously not.
Obviously.
Something fun.
Obviously not.
Right, but something fun for everybody, but you keep it controlled, and that's when it really makes for a really great event. And that's, what we're seeing and trying to do more of, especially here in this market, but just everywhere.
Do you remember Live Aid when Phil Collins flew from one show to the other, like from London? You could do that where you do a tour where you do 420 in New York, and then you get on a plane and you do 420 in the next time zone.
Oh.
Adam Dunn Show original.
Tired.
You heard it here first.
I'm tired already.
Yeah.
But you could
that would be exhausting.
Exactly.
I'm up for it, though.
Listen how awesome it sounds. You're like, you're back to the same situation of, one good one maybe instead of 3 shitty ones. That might be good because by the time, I hate leaving parties early anyway. I'm the last guy to leave a party usually.
I'm the first.
Really? No. If the party's good, I'll be the last guy there. As long as I'm in control of something, like it's the music.
Well, we should throw look where we are. We're at Cultivated Synergy. What a great place for a 420 event.
I'm pretty sure they have something figured out already.
You think already?
That's a tough. Everyone, I'd rather, my whole thing is at 420 is when I tell everybody that's when you used to like stop smoking for like a minute. and then
Give thanks.
and then go back on, and then you're back on. 421, you're back on again. Right? So it's kind of the same with the date. I kind of feel like on that date, it's almost like it's a pretty awesome feeling when you don't have anything to do. Like I did that last year. I did not do anything, just whatever I did.
You sat home all day?
No, I mean, I went to late night to something, but I didn't have to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
There was no pressure, which was the first time ever. Because normally I put myself to like some nightmarish.
Well, listen, we could still be trapped in Barsa-Corona in April.
Now that we're going,
we go.
now that we're going, because Abby said so.
Well, we're going
Abby,
until we're not going.
you're responsible for all of us now, the whole family and the whole everything. You're responsible for all.
Well, I mean, I will take responsibility for myself as long as I've got a seat on that flight with you, because I would love. to also
you may have, because
we might have an available Airbnb where no one will be staying. And listen, could you put a beard on and travel as Adam Dunn?
I think you can do it.
I don't know, because the ticket's in his name. I think you could travel as him, then you're good.
I mean, I'll rock a beard. I'll do whatever I need to.
We'll get the name changed for you somehow.
Whatever it takes.
We'll have a doctor write a note. That might
Right.
work.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna give Jason a buzz and see if he can jump in.
Thank you, Abby.
and,
We're gonna bring Jason on the line with you here. I don't know if we can. Can we keep them both on? Yeah, I'm sure we can.
Of course you can.
Excellent.
Yeah. Do you know how he picked his name for Jerome Baker?
I've heard this before, and I think he might have been the one to tell me, but I can't remember at the moment.
Yeah, it was his favorite musical artist, Jerry Garcia. Jerome is his real name. And what does he love to do? He loves to bake. So
Bake.
Jerome Baker.
Otherwise, I can't merch it.
There you go.
That's great.
Jason, we're calling you right now if you're listening. You should be hearing that. Dum, doo, 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 doo.
I just told him we're calling him. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Booyakasha.
Booyakasha.
So it must be winding down there. It's over. Everyone's just packing up boxes, right? It's like a bag.
Oh yeah, there's masking tape and
Tape it. Yo.
Yo.
Get you away from there.
How you guys doing?
Good. Get you away from the booth while they have to break it all down. We can let them do all the work.
You love us now.
Yeah, great move, Mr. Don. Great move here.
You like that?
Gotta go, guys. Sorry. Pack everything up.
Yeah, I got a really important podcast I've got to do. Keep going, guys. Keep going.
You're doing a great job.
How was the show overall for you?
Show's been pretty good, and a lot of customers, a lot of action, a lot of cool new products. A lot of NFL players walking around here this time. They're allowed to smoke cannabis now. So
there you go.
It's a new game, my man.
Green light.
When did that happen? I didn't have that on the news.
Last Tuesday, NFL announced that they would not test for cannabis anymore.
Wow, that's a fucking...
I cannot wait till the camera pans to like the third string kicker sitting on the bench. just hit this. That's going to be so great. Look at that. Good for you, NFL. Good for you.
Fun stuff.
So, yeah, we reached out to Tommy. We talked to Paris recently. He gave us the number. Said, yeah, give him a call. But I was like, we're not going to go around that route. I think we don't want to catch him at home when he's all chilling and said, break it down for us, Tommy. But when I saw your your post the other day, I realized shit, because I was thinking about having you on the show around that time, because we did Operation Green Merchant before. And then Pipe Dreams was the next disaster in our industry, or in part of our world, not our industry, but the overall cannabis industry. And, one of the reasons we're going to have you on the show at the beginning was just to talk about that, because it's
absolutely.
You survived. Not only did you survive, but you're
thriving.
You managed to ride that fucking razor thin line between what you can.
Look, man, as an artist, I didn't have to die for my work to go up in value. Anything pre-Operation Pipe Dreams went up about 10 times at a minimum.
Wow.
So there's this Facebook group that trades this stuff online, or 10,000 strong, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it actually gave the artwork a different life.
Wow, that is. There you go. That's a boost from the man for once. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for making me that much more valuable.
Right. Gives you a little street cred nowadays, too.
And on top of that, all that stuff is the one thing about glass art in general is if you just keep it in a case and you never touch it, of course, it lasts forever. But the fact that most people are actually using them, or and those years were where nobody was thinking about the value of the pipe down the road. They were just it's all about how good this fucking thing hits right now, all day. You know what I mean? Because people smoke bongs like they smoke rigs these days.
Right.
You know.
Right. Well, like you say, definitely toting them around makes them a little more prone to accidents, and the beauty is kind of in the fragility of some of this stuff. So it's kind of as they get broken and confiscated and cats kick them over, then the other ones that are still living become more and more valuable. Good example is I have a 1998 signed Bob Snodgrass Dragon piece, and these Dragon pieces kind of define Bob in a certain way. Through the 90s, he did maybe 4 or 5 a year, and there I don't know how many are left. I've done a lot of research on his Dragons and where they are today, and I feel like that's at least $100,000 pipe right now. Originally probably paid $1,100 to Bob, waited a few weeks, and now it's full on. So some of those old pieces went. They're not only really valuable now, but as this cannabis thing becomes more and more legal, and more people come into it and discover this whole culture that they've never seen before. I mean, look, 1 out of 10 of people here at the trade show are coming in here like they never seen anything like it. I brought Frenchy Cannoli here to the show this time for his first time ever to Champs.
Really?
And he was like a kid in a candy store. He's never been to the Champs. He had no clue about this whole ancillary industry. And, of course, he's a fucking instant celebrity in here. And, I bring Frenchy and his wife to meet Bob and his wife. And, they sparked a whole, relationship. It was really cool. So it's cool bringing these people in from the cannabis industry that don't really know about this. And as that happens, the work is going to become more and more valuable. It's going to become more and more popular.
And how did
sought out?
How did the event at your studio go with Frenchy? I know he was doing a whole a little extraction thing on Monday.
It was pretty incredible. I had no clue of his actual popularity amongst real connoisseurs or people that are actually playing the game here in Vegas. So we had a lot of the extract labs send their top guys over. A lot of just real connoisseurs in town here came out for the show. Everybody paid top dollar to be there, and he did an all-day seminar. And this guy can talk hash, man. I thought Adam could talk about cannabis, but fuck, this guy was like...
Ooh la la.
And he speaks with the French Canadian accent.
Every conversation relates back to the 4 million-year-old plant.
4 million years resin. The resin. The resin.
I mean, come on, he does. He knows how to make some fire. I mean, he did a whole thing on Instagram.
And reality is that hash that he's making, I don't see it. It's not around in the dispensary.
Well, that's kind of what I was going to say. I was going to say is
like
people.
Right now.
Well, that's the funny part is like he definitely keeps the torch going for traditional hash in a sense of like a hybrid version of, because he does he was working with machines, etc. But in the sense that he likes hash like you get in Nepal or you get in Morocco or you get in places that are real hash places, and he's bends all his place. He knows the flavor, because that's the thing. Like an average American hash smoker doesn't even know what like Moroccan hash smells like, and a European is like, oh yeah, of course they can smell it a mile away. They'll be like, that's Moroccan, that's Nepalese, that's Afghan. It's pretty simple. They're very different. But now most people are smoking hash that's made from cookies or fucking GMO and it's like, it's great, 100%. It's fucking fire, but it doesn't. A lot of those things don't translate the same. But he definitely.
Yeah. Hey, look, none of that other shit breaks up in tobacco like that black hash does. You know what I mean? So the way the Euros smoke it, and be able to break it and roll the spliffs.
But it also cures. But it also cures better.
Industry.
It cures better, and that's the thing is when you make fresh hash off of fresh weed, especially when it's like live and all that stuff, it doesn't have a shelf life at all. Like it can last for a few weeks, and then all of a sudden it's totally loses its integrity. Whereas the hash that he makes, which is more like char style or hand rub, or high quality Afghan, let's say, that shit. 10 years later, it'll still fucking taste good, which is, to me, that's...
Yeah, it demands a good aging. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it also, it makes it so that you could, like, honestly give it to somebody and they can, like, get a good feel for it, where a lot of times when you give people fresh hash, it's like it's like handing them a fucking fragile, like handing them some salad. Here's some salad, and just make sure it fucking cures. I mean, don't leave it in the there. Don't leave it there. Temperature has to be perfect. Whereas if it's but if it's solid and it's fucking like, you know, cures out nice, that shit's like just gets better and better, which is the way we like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So going back to the whole beginning of the part where we were talking about Operation Pipe Dreams and stuff. So that was in 2003, right? And we first met in '93. So there was like a 10-year run between the times we met when you were kind of just starting and when that all went down. What was your, like, at that point? Because obviously you were a target, just like Tommy was a target, because you were actually making waves in the as far as people, you know, recognized artists, which there wasn't a lot at the moment compared to now. But was there anything other than that that got you think under their fucking radar?
You know, it was like, yeah, there was a couple of times that the DEA showed up at the shop, and it was a couple different reasons. One time there was a distributor that I was selling to, and I had been trading products, so I got in my truck and drove all the shit to his warehouse, and then I traded him for a bunch of woodworking equipment and brought it back to my shop. Well, that turned into the DEA was following him because he was making like speed pills or something. So they showed up and, you know, totally fleeced the shop, shook the whole place down, had everybody outside. And this was about 2 years before I got arrested.
Huh.
And at that point, I believed it was for that. But as I got closer to that, you know, that mark where I did get arrested, there was, you know, more and more things when I look back on them, like guys with regular clothes, like going through my garbage. You know what I mean? That should have been a red flag for me. Or, you know, Suburbans with Nevada plates were following me around. My final red flag was when I called my leasing company that I would lease equipment from, and they told me that the DEA had subpoenaed my records, and I was talking to my guy in there. He's like, I'm not supposed to be telling you this. So I went to my lawyer and, you know, tried to chase it down, and he's like, man, it's like chasing a rabbit down a hole. But looking back on all those things, those are little red flags that you know, they were investigating. They did a 2-year investigation on us. In terms of me, like why I got arrested, you know, I want to blame it on Tommy for being the loudmouth on the whole thing, but I just can't. I would say that it was the justice system was being used to make a political statement.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that the people in charge were, you know, maybe not John Ashcroft himself, but I'm sure these higher up, powerful people have surrounding parties that, you know, kind of dictate the path that they're taking. And this is the same guy that went after the smack 'em up porn, and they arrested people who were making porn after they did our arrests. And it's the same person that also put the cover over the Lady of Scales of Justice at the Department of Justice, because they didn't want to expose her bare breasts and the statue that when you walk into the building.
Oh, Jesus.
So was that the day that Hester Prynne was testifying for the Scarlet Letter? Wait, forget that.
You know, there's something to be said about the powers that were in place at that time and what their whole agenda was. You know, before that, you know, for me, yeah, we had to all make up different excuses. It's for tobacco use. Wait, it's an incense burner. You know, we were making up all these little stickers to put on the shit. So we knew that there could be an issue. And I'll tell you, you know, live and direct on the radio right now, that it's still the same fucking law in place. There's no difference. And I don't believe any little lobbyist has my back in Washington right now. They're probably for the big guy, the big growers or seed companies or whatever it is that's moving this whole thing forward. I think we're going to ride on your coattails, and I don't think they're going to do any kind of smack a hippie style stuff right now, but they could. And I'm a federal felon. You know, the only way to expunge that is to get a presidential pardon, which is going to be impossible. So,
dude, they're giving them out left and right.
You never know. Yeah, right. Trump's giving
get
them
a
away.
MAGA hat on.
You put a MAGA hat on, you'll get a pardon.
Put a MAGA hat on and fucking just send him a letter. I'm sure he'd be like, fucking give it to him. Give this guy.
My MAGA hat says "Keep America High," so you know I'm on this "Keep America High" campaign out here. We all got the red hats on.
Oh, you got it already good to go. He can't read, dude. He doesn't even know what he says. Don't worry about it. You're good.
Did you see? I don't know if you probably can't see us, but when we opened up the show, we all wore the masks Trump style over our eyes. So that worked. So I got a question for you. You ever think of making a throwback graphics bong in glass? You know, with old Campbell soup can.
The original the original inspiration for my bong, my Jerome Baker original piece, which I still make today, is that graphics soup can with the metal snappy bowl and the vinyl shaft. And for me, that piece was my college buddy. And in college in 1989 was the first kind of kind buds that I had ever seen, and it was at Northern Lights back. I was in Massachusetts, so it was coming out of Vermont. And when we got it, at first it was either I would go buy a crack pipe so I could, or I would use that graphics. And the way you kind of break the weed up and put one little snappy hit in there and you kind of roast on it and pop it through the ash and all into the water, and then you
never change the water.
I change it all the time.
Right. In college, you would want to look down that thing and see the stalactites.
I've seen some pretty. I'm sure you've seen some too, man. There's some
well, that's where I grew my first mushrooms. Was inside my bong. So
that's me too. That's where my design came from. The whole theory behind it. People want to pack party bowls. It's not my style.
Nope.
Right.
So it's about a one-hit snapper. And Adam remembers. When I came to Amsterdam, I was fucking full tilt. I thought I was king shit with my little bong. And these Dutch people would look over me snapping a bong in, and it's like they're looking at it like we're just sitting there doing shots of fucking the hard liquor. What are you doing, man? You don't do that. You mix it with a little tobacco, and you relax.
I
And
thought
you
you were
talk.
insane.
Shit,
I thought you were insane. Of course.
So soon I got spanked, and I ended up making a bunch of marbles over there. They all love the fucking marbles.
Just like we talked about. Yeah, easy to clean. They don't break very easily. They're pretty easy to. No, Dutch. Yeah, I remember that too. That was the only thing they wanted to buy.
If I have a time machine, I'm going back 1992 Saturday Market, and I'm buying Bob's entire, everything he had on his thing. Probably only would have cost me $300. I could have bought everything he had for the entire day at Saturday Market, and now it'd be worth hundreds of grand. So that's my time machine moment. Shit, but I want one of those graphics. If you ever decide to make them again, I would love one of those.
The thing is, I definitely have a bunch in Amsterdam of 12 and 18 inch, just this without the soup. I have some because what happened was later they changed to another company.
No, that was GRAFFIX.
No.
I didn't like those. I liked GRAPHICS.
I know they switched.
Right. So
I think I'm
originally the original graphics company was started by a guy called Jeff Richardson. And at my first time out in Vegas to come out and show my work off, we all had to get hotel rooms over at the Lexus Park and hide out, and buyers would come over there from ASD and trying to kind of troll the hotels. That's the first time I met Jeff, and he was the fucking party boy. He had the alligator shoes on, he had the fat fucking hairdo. He was on, and he was kind of my inspiration in the beginning. He was badass. And actually the first time I met him, I offered him my top piece. I said, hey man, I want to give you this, for inspiring me. And he's like, no way, keep it, kid. I don't need that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. Right. The next year he ended up passing away. He was just a hard partier. And when he passed away, the company got taken in two different directions, the ex-wife and the ex-partner. So
and that's when they took
now
it.
At this point, the graphics is still around, but it's run by I think Blue Dot, Zob. It's all the same.
I didn't like the new ones that they made with the aluminum on.
Zong. And do you remember those guys from Buzz? That was a little while. They were offshoot of graphics, all the artists that made the bases, that made all the clown faces and all that crap, and all the the really big.
They were great.
And then they started a company called Buzz, and they were also in Phoenix. And they were cool because they were doing all the artistic stuff, and then. But they went out of business.
No, by then I was in California and Oregon and smoking out of glass.
That was 94,
Bob
95.
was making. Yeah. Damn.
A lot of those companies left in the late 90s, early 2000s. When the arrest happened, it kind of weeded a lot of people out, and a lot of people kind of went underground. I noticed with the industry now, there's a lot of the big factories that were American made stuff are gone. So luckily I got my factory going about 2 years ago, and I'm kind of moving along now, and I can see out there and see there's not a ton of American made glass happening on a production level. There's a lot of cool stuff happening, but not to the masses. Most of the stuff comes from overseas. So the industry's changing a little bit. Now I think we're going to have a pump with the legalization of cannabis. We do have a lot of newbies coming in the room right now, from dispensaries to grows to people with these new website ideas. Everybody's got mojo here. So it's pretty interesting to watch this whole thing change from the only company around was Grafting back then. You know, now there's thousands.
Whoever that was just calling, we will call you back.
We'll call you back, exactly. So what else did you see? So
we're coming up.
So what else did you see? Like, I mean, I know it's when you're at the show, you're working, so you're half the time. You know, I hardly ever see.
Oh,
if I see
he's a
one
celebrity. When I watched him walk around the
know.
Glass show, and that was something else, man.
No,
Thank you,
but well, the thing is that I hardly ever get a chance to see anything that fucking rocks my world. We always have to ask, was there anything that you saw that you were like, holy fuck, this is it? Next
you know,
wave.
okay. There's a couple of tech things in glass that I've seen. That
Hey.
you know, not even worth me
Is that Chris?
saying, on here right now.
Hey, what's
But
Hang on one sec, Chris. We got Jason Harris on the line from Jerome Baker Glass, and our beautiful
And
host
I
Adam
have-
Dunn.
And I'm gonna have to go back into my show.
What's
in
up,
1 minute,
Jason? I know Jason, man.
What's up, Chris?
Hey,
Aloha.
man, how you doing?
Yeah,
Hey,
but
what's going on, guys?
Chilling.
We're talking
I want
about.
to tell you about the one nugget that I have found out here. That's the
Tell me the
coolest
nugget.
fucking
We got to
thing
hear the nugget.
Tell
Let's
us.
hear the nugget.
Banana leaf.
Am I calling into the show right now? or-
You are live on the show.
You're on, baby.
Hey,
You're
hang
live.
on.
You're live. Just
Oh shit! I'm at my booth. I was just calling. I was calling to see what the details were. let me try to cut my ears so we can talk, man.
No
This
worries.
has been a fucking awesome show, man.
Jason, finish your thought.
Give us your nugget, and then we'll jump over to Chris. Perfect.
There's a banana leaf wrap in here that's mind blowing. It tastes super fucking mellow, and it's like be like a blunt wrap with no tobacco. And the way they're doing it is it comes super dry, and they constitute it with a little bit of warm water. They let it sit for a bit, and then you roll with it. They also have a banana glue. So just really cool stuff. You know, in terms of something.
What country is that? What country is the
not-
bananas coming out? What country is the banana stuff coming out of? Do you know?
Cambodia.
Cambodia. Just and anything in the glass world that kind of blew you away, or same old?
Just the ultra tech that's going on in the glass world. There's one guy out here that I saw called Avant Garde, and he's doing some percolator tech that's encased in the walls of the bong. So it's it's really
Dude, that
awesome.
guy's
Just
stuff
a
is
solid
so
piece.
awesome, man.
Bro,
I was actually right
that's-
behind his booth, man. I know exactly who you're talking about. And that guy's stuff is so cool.
What's the name of his
So
company?
him, and then it's called Avant Garde.
Avant Garde. Nice.
So,
Nice.
so
Yeah,
the
he's
other
out
guy
of
that I
Colorado
really-
Springs.
Local. We'll bring him on the show.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Adam, you got to get him in just
Yeah.
to give you a piece to try out.
I'll get him in the show for sure.
Wait, that's not what's his name? The guy I took those photos of and sent it to you that he knows you. What's his name? Hold on, I'll look. Keep talking. I'll find him.
Keep talking.
So the other guy, the glass guy that I really like out here is not for his glass at all, but it's for his humor and his documenting of the process. And it's a kid called Dakota Madrona, and he does videos on Instagram that are fucking so funny. And he does rap videos or parodies, and it's all about the glass pipe game. But it's something so new and cool. I really enjoy watching his videos, and he's somebody I met for the first time here. It was
Alex
fun to
Butaba.
be in with him.
Is that him? I don't
No,
know.
that's the guy. He knows you. He has a place in Colorado Springs too. I thought that's who you were talking about.
We'll bring them both. We'll get the whole.
Yeah,
Springs.
different guy.
Yeah.
Different guy.
Well, Springs ain't so big. We'll find him.
Yeah,
We're gonna
we'll find him.
We're finding that guy.
You betcha.
For sure. Sounds awesome.
We'll bring him on.
So I'm going to let you guys talk to Chris,
Yeah.
and I'm going to go back in and deal with my booth tear down.
Break it down, my friend. Break it down.
Fuck out of here.
Sounds good. Well, I'm
Break
glad.
it down.
We're,
Maybe I can hit a titty bar later.
we're glad you stuck to the game and you're still managing to kick ass, and that's that's what it's all about. Doing what you love.
As I'm glad you stuck to the game, Adam.
Thank you,
and,
sir.
and reality is when I was with Frenchy, I was just hyping up when you did the laminates.
Oh, yeah,
that
nice.
was the ultimate hash experience.
It was.
man.
Back-
That's how we
well-
could smuggle the hash back out.
Well, back in the day, it really was. It was just like it was high quality hash and just like in a super tight packaging, and it was
best, bro. The
20,
best.
as usual.
So, guys-
20 years ahead.
Jason, let's make sure to continue the conversation about you blowing a custom Adam Dunn Show rig. that we would dab off of, and it has to have a.
I'll work on getting that piece done. You guys work on the Tommy interview.
Yeah.
Get me on with Tommy, and
Right.
let's talk about about what happened, and let's consult him about when he went into the courtroom and talk to the media and talk shit on the judge, and if that's why he got his whole year in federal prison.
That's probably why.
Sounds about right.
That's probably why.
Great.
All right, guys. Well, again, thank you so much for including me, man. Adam, you're a fucking legend, bro. I really enjoy your energy and what you've done for the community, man. And keep it up.
Thanks, Jason. Anytime.
Thanks, Jason.
And you too. Same back.
Hell
Same
yeah,
back.
dude.
Same back to you.
I'll catch you back in there, buddy.
Right on.
Right on, brother. Aloha. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Peace, man.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, Chris.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Tell us.
Hey, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought
It's all right.
just
You're not
calling on
interrupted.
Your personal spell about when to call you.
Not a problem. So
Right.
tell
Yeah,
us
no,
about.
dude. The show was awesome, dude. I gotta say, I decided to do it like super duper last minute, and I'm so glad I did, man. So glad.
Well, what did you see that stood out?
He was just working.
What did I see? I'll tell you what I saw that stood out the most for me was the Sam show that was in the middle of the glass games. Because there's so much like I don't know what you call it, like not rep, but hype, or be like so like champs and stuff. Like originally, you guys all know what champs originally the acronym stood for, right?
No, tell us.
No.
Or maybe
Champs,
probably
when
Adams
they first
knows.
started, champs, CHAMPS, originally stood for Contemporary Handcrafted American-Made Product Show.
I think
When
it's
they first
morphed a
started,
little
like,
bit, huh?
however many, who knows how long, way ago, when I started blowing glass in 1997. But so over the years, there's been like some matter of like contention with the high-end artists and the heady guys and all this stuff. So, and so with the Sam show being right in the middle of the glass games, I haven't been personally to champs since it was at the Riviera. Maybe like 15 years ago.
And that's when it was. And that's when it was like
I am
smoking rooms.
so
Everybody had a
happy
smoking room. It was
At the Riviera.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were just.
And so I was a little
It was
bit
the girls
nervous.
with the golden butt.
Who was that?
That was
Yeah,
before they
the girl
knocked it.
was the girl. All the girls with the golden butts. All the brass booties lined up in front.
The brass booties.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I got a lot of pictures of
Dave's
me
like,
with
brass
those
booties?
brass booties.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have that picture too with the girl. Yes, exactly. That was a great place.
Yep. It's beautiful. It's torn down. It's down to rubble now. I
Yeah,
think
they took
they're
it down a
rebuilding
couple years.
it.
Yeah.
And so
Yep.
what I really, really liked about Champs, what really stood out to me was all the diversity of all the buyers. Like it really felt like a family again. So it was awesome, man. It was something that was unexpected, and I'm really glad that I came. And business wise, I crushed it.
Well, how were sales for you?
I'll tell you this: I'm not doing any more shows, and I'm not taking any more orders until Vegas next year.
Good for you,
So I
man.
did really, really well.
Was this better than the glass
Yeah.
show where we met at a month or so ago?
It was pretty similar. So what I with Glass Vegas, the prior year, I did enough business for my whole year, and then so I planned when I came back this year. What I didn't realize was the sort of demographics that the shows bring in for buyers as well as vendors. So I was like, I got a new product line. I'm gonna try to double. Last year I did 100,000. This year I want to try to shoot for a 200 to $250,000. Just as an individual artist, to make everything in-house by myself, and I did half of that at Las Vegas. And I was like, oh no! And then I thought it was me, but then I realized it was the demographic because all the buyers for the first 6 months when I filled their orders, they were ready to reorder. But the second half of the year, those same buyers were like, oh, I just got my order last month, And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't think about that. So that was my bad for not understanding my demographic of client.
Well, we need some Hubbard Glass on the show here so that Mark doesn't have to be dabbing out of little noisy cricket, tiny little dab rig. So We'll send you the address of the show. The show. You're welcome to.
Dave, you'll be happy to know that I'm going to be making some Carta tops. You know.
Well, actually,
the Carta guys came over and hooked me up and put in a big order, and so now they're going to be representing me as well.
What about the one that Adam found though? The source orb. Yeah. Did you see that one there?
No, I honestly, I was so busy with business, I didn't even have a chance to walk around and see stuff, to be honest with you. I had my clipboards with order forms out almost the entire time, literally. And even when I was out in the bathroom, the guys in the booth next to me, I came back and they were like, they had business cards from people that wanted orders.
Good for you, man. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Do you have online ordering too with like promo codes?
No, I do these 2 shows, and like I said, after in the next 50 minutes when the show closes, I sort of dipped out to talk to you, but after that, I'm closed. My doors are closed until next year.
Well, people might be calling up and asking for the done deal on some glasswork or something like that. So try to work with them.
Well, I'll do my best to take care of them. Especially if I got you.
You can shift them up to the front of the line. That'll be nice.
Yeah, move their delivery dates forward.
Maybe make something a little special, something custom, for your guys if they want.
Did you have a lot of you get a lot of stores too, or you just do individual? What's your most? How do you operate mostly?
So up until recently, I've been blowing glass since 1997, and up until recently, I've only focused on heady sort of one-off high-end stuff. But I launched what I call a heady production, a high-end that's still affordable. It has a wigwag ball perk, faceted gems with opals, handmade, linework millie all by myself, really big, thick feet, good weight to it, and also at a really affordable price. So I call it heady production. And that's been my sort of main bread and butter. But at this show, I was selling, wholesale $4,000 or $5,000 pieces all day long, and so, retail $10,000 pieces came to Champs, which was something I didn't expect, and I'm really happy. So
no, that's awesome. Yeah,
so it's I got a big grin on my face right now.
Yeah, because I had a glass gallery here for a little while, and it was it was so hit and miss, because we'd have one show with Voorhees and the right, because what I realized was Instagram kind of killed the game for the shops, because a lot of the shops couldn't, people would just go straight to the artist. The artist would be fulfilling the orders direct, which then made it so they could never get and then they never get into head shops, and then the head shops kind of suffered because they'd be buying all. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying, and I am extremely rigid about my Keystone pricing. Yeah. And I have no problem, being open and public about my pricing, but I do not and will not ever sell to, wholesale or distributor prices to clients. So basically, if somebody wants my rigs are retail $500, but you can probably, when somebody calls me or hits me up on Instagram, I say, where do you live? Because you can probably get it cheaper at a head shop near you, because they buy in bulk.
Yeah.
And, I don't have time. I'm not a car salesman. I don't have time for people kicking tires and wasting my time. I just don't.
Right, and it's kind of like because of the whole retail, everything retail getting so fucked over by internet that guys who had hit, I did a glass gallery, but I couldn't survive, because I'd have a good month and then have a shitty month, and then everybody had a show. All of a sudden there was 15 shows at the same time, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? There was nothing going on, and all of a sudden we got all these galleries opening up, and then they all failed, because we all tried.
Keeping up with the shows is so hard.
You're competing for the same dollar.
For me, I'm like, how do some of these artists do all these shows? How do they have time to do the shows and make the product? It's crazy.
Right.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, you just answered it. They might not be making all of their products. They might have an assembly line somewhere of a bunch of junior grade.
There is definitely as far as the industry goes, I would say that there's a bubble that's bursting right now. And unless you have the sort of prestige, the name and the clout and the sort of the recognition, that you can flex on your friends because you got a mothership, kind of thing.
Yeah.
that there's a whole like big crowd of new young glass blowers that are actually really talented. They got real skills. They're really good, but they don't understand that that it's head shops that keep us in business. And maybe because they're inexperienced, young, and not very good at like business.
You just described every glass. You just
undercutting the shop.
You just described like 92% of the glass blowers that I dealt with my store. Like I had a shop in Amsterdam for about 20 plus years, and it was we sold glass, and nobody in Europe appreciates it. So it was kind of one of those. We were basically buying glass off of Americans to sell back to Americans who just happened to be in Europe, and they'd be like, "Oh my god!" But half of them would be too scared to take it back with them. So there was always this half the time I got guys coming back trying to sell me back used pieces, like getting all scared to go on a plane or something. So I had like a used section that could be used. It was Amsterdam. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, "Yeah, I got used pipes right here. Boom." But
is Barney's still popping in Amsterdam?
For breakfast?
Barney's was like one of the cool spots when I went there a long time ago.
Yeah, they have the Barney's Uptown and Barney's regular. What year?
Yeah, if you ever 2002 for the Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Subcool was there. I think he might have taken the Cup or gotten second place with his Orange Crush.
So I had
rest in peace, Subcool, obviously, But.
So I had the hemp store there. If you went to the hemp shop with all the hemp clothing and stuff like that, that was my spot. And
I donated a really nice green and orange line work hammer bubbler to Barney's when I was there because they have like loaners and rentals and stuff for the people. So I was like, oh hell yeah, I got one of my pieces in Barney's.
The
Corona rental.
The Corona Lona. I got a Corona Lona over here for you.
It's totally clean, totally safe.
Don't you worry about it.
Totally clean.
No,
Instead of the Wu-Tang Killer Bees, it's the Hunan Killer Sneeze.
The Hunan Killer Sneeze, I like that.
I don't know if you heard, Chris, but we're all supposed to get on a plane to Europe to go to Spannabis in a week or so. And, fuck.
Yeah, we're letting everybody else make our decisions for us.
Yeah.
So should we go or not? Should we go or not? What do you think? Would you go?
You know what?
Smoke a bunch of weed with a bunch of people that are probably contaminated with some virus just for the hell of it because you're like, yeah, I got to do it, man.
Yeah, my parents just bought a condo in Japan, and they just closed all of the schools in Japan. So my parents aren't going back, to the property. They just purchased a penthouse condo, and they're not going back
until after that gets...
And my wife just actually messaged me and said, fucking Trump put goddamn Spence in charge of this shit? Like, are you kidding me, dude?
What do you mean? He has such a great track record. He handled the AIDS outbreak so perfect.
Let's pray for AIDS.
Yeah, pray the AIDS away. Well, that's why we were joking that Trump would put the mask on his face, on his eyes, not on his mouth. So, oh well. I guess we're going until we're not going. So unless something, we wake up every morning, there'll be something new on there. And
so it sounds like a no on his. He doesn't sound like he wants to
go. I definitely want to go. I just want to be smart, man.
Oh yeah, we're not using.
What should we do? You're saying no?
Yeah, buy me a plane ticket. I'll go.
See, that's what everybody's answer is. That's so far 2 for 2.
We might have an Airbnb then for you to rent.
I'm young and healthy, so
2 for 2.
I asked my wife. I said, "Is the coronavirus a death sentence?" And she said, "No, it's." It's a fraction of the percentage. It's like of the flu. So if you're sick or disabled and you're unhealthy otherwise, then you're a lot more subject to it. And then the dangers obviously are like because the hospitals get crowded.
You're describing Dave right now.
You just described me, man. What the fuck?
You basically just described Dave, so he's going down. He's dead. He's dead in the water.
You're going to take me as a virtual presence device. Carry me around in a big iPad, and that will be it. Fuck. God damn it. No, I'm healthy.
So you were at your booth. It was just you, or you had a crew of a couple people, or anything, or what was your
normally I have a crew. My sister comes out from Colorado Springs, and I have an apprentice usually. But since this was a last minute thing and it was a really, really small booth, I just came out solo, and I'm really impressed. I'm really happy with Champs and the way they did it with, especially with, shout out to Ross from ABR for putting the fam show in the middle.
Yeah.
And I think it was a really good way to sort of to cross or to integrate, the American glass blowers with a lot of the import products and stuff, and I think they did a really good job of it, especially since this is like if you're a head shop, this is the one show where you can pick and choose. You can decide if you want to be a Carta or a Peak guy. You know what I mean? You can make that choice for yourself.
And for a little while there was a little lull. I mean, because I used to go. I went to the first show in 2009 and kind of didn't hit every single show, but a lot of times I go to the Colorado one and the Vegas for Misty Year here and Misty Year there. But there was a little moment where it was kind of like slipping for a second. Like it was just like because they got too much. They got too much into like the cheap like. Everything was silicone bullshit. Ugh. Everything was like overkill on that. Like all of a sudden there was a whole booth full of silicone crap, and it was another one full of silicone crap, and you were like, "Who is smoking out of these horrible fucking pieces?"
There's a PVC bong for you.
And also with the fallout of Age after Age did all their sort of bullshit, and there's that fallout which in Las Vegas, those Las Vegas people are awesome too, man. They really are a good community. And so that with Champs and with Ross and ABR, it almost seems like we're getting back to where it was when we were a community and we're not like us versus them and all this bipartisan bullshit, like we're all in this together, one way or the other. I have a Chinese iPhone and fucking wear Chinese sneakers that are Nikes. I don't give a shit, but it's not my product line. It's not my target market or audience,
Wait, how do I get a Chinese iPhone?
Well, the crazy thing is we're going to start to that industry. If you think about it too, like there's so much stuff that's probably getting like not processed at this point in time, and those guys who are used to getting all that cheap Chinese import crap are going to, I would imagine, have just the same problems as anything else.
Nothing's getting shipped from China right now, so you're going to have to buy domestic.
So that's going to put a huge boost into the industry for the American glass blowers, which is awesome, And it was the same in Amsterdam. Like I had a very limited amount of actual local guys, but there was a few Americans over there that had some skills, and then a couple of European guys that were okay, but they were definitely not as good. Like the American guys just killed it. Like they came over there and all of a sudden showed everybody what's up, and you're like, oh shit, But it was like the costs there were so high, you know what I mean? Because of the like you'd think that German glass would be cheaper in Holland, and it was like
when
more
I
expensive.
started blowing glass, it was a felony. It was illegal. It was just like growing weed. When I used to grow weed, and when I first started blowing glass, it's a felony. So we did it because we loved it. You know what I mean? So this whole like corporate idea is kind of new to us, and we're all trying to learn to get along. Some people hate each other and this and that, but
we were talking to
we're all people.
We were talking to Jason earlier about Operation Pipe Dream. Were you affected in any way by that? Were you blowing glass when that happened? I mean, 97?
No, that was
98.
98.
I was blowing glass when that happened, but I wasn't blowing glass in
2003
when that happened. So I was selling weed when that happened illegally. and I got busted growing pot, even with my medical card. In the state of Washington, I was like, hey, it's been legal. And the cops were like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, I have my paperwork. I'm not doing anything wrong. And they said, oh, yeah, it's proven. I said, it's in the glove box of my truck. And they said, okay, boys, tow the truck.
Oh, God.
Shit. Now what do I do? And then when I went to court, the judge said, he said, you have all these court fines and stuff, and you pay your court fines. What do you do for a living? And I can't say, well, I grow and sell weed.
I grow fireweed.
I just had my medical card, So, even I had my medical card, and I said, I'm a glass blower. And he said, oh, okay. And I said, well, but you confiscated all my glass blowing equipment. And he said, if I give you your equipment back, will you pay your court fines? And I said, yeah. And so, long story short, it cost me $18,000. I had Jeff Steinborn, who was the head of the Normal from Seattle at that time, who was one of the top Normal lawyers. Him $18,000 and a whole buttload of assets to be innocent. To be an innocent man.
That's
pretty
shame.
crazy. And
it was a good answer though. It was a good answer though to get the combination of, made sense. Like, oh yeah, you can make
Right.
I mean, that's one beautiful thing about art in general is like no one can tell you what it's worth, and you could pretty much fit any kind of yeah, that's like $18,000. That's like 2 pieces. That ain't shit. That ain't shit. You know what I mean? And then they're
no. That's how much cash I had to pay in lawyers' fees.
Yeah, I got you.
And see, yeah, and that on top of my assets. and then you know, that was the day my hobby as a glassblower became a career.
Yeah.
And from then forward, it's been, you know, I went from doing DBA to my LLC, and actually I'm kind of proud to say that, you know, in the last year was the first year that all of my money in my bank accounts is from glass, 110%. Tax-paying citizen. I'm a real boy.
Good for you, brother.
No, it sounds good. Sounds good. And so yeah, you're going to be just like hunkering down and fucking getting these orders filled, obviously, for the next 6 months or so, right?
Yeah. Other than events, and other than getting out doing events and stuff like that, I have a 2-year-old at home, and so that's where my priorities lay these days.
For
my
sure.
family.
Absolutely.
100%. Cool.
Well, we're
So,
going to
Dave,
have. Yeah, go, Abby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
As I'm walking through here, I'm noticing air hockey tables, gaming stations, and a big bar that I didn't see before. I guess they just rolled in a bunch of gaming stations and stuff for the breakdown. I don't know. But I'm
Here.
the glass.
Here's some air hockey things. Break this place down. This won't divert your attentions.
Like,
Whoever
it's
finishes
crazy, but
first
I'm
gets
walking
next
to
game.
Try to find Chris right now.
Oh, that's neat.
What's that?
Oh, she's trying to find you so you can both be on at the same time.
Oh, I'm actually walking up in the skywalk area where it's quiet, so I can talk to you guys.
Oh gosh, well then never mind. I'm on the floor.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no,
watching
those games are
break
pretty
down
fun.
right now.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna let you guys go actually because this is a sort of crazy last minute.
Yeah, for sure.
Rush.
And
It's
then
actually pretty awesome. People are coming in and still trying. I don't have anything available, so I just told my guy next to me to make sure nobody steals shit,
Right.
so I can talk to you guys. But yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for coming on, and
Thanks, Chris.
we'll make sure you have the address if you ever want to send a piece to the Adam Dunn Show.
Yeah, if you ever feel like,
just got something lying around,
I can do that. I can
burning a
definitely
hole.
do that. Well, I'll work on something special just for you guys.
Sweet. Mark's here too, so he says hi. Thank you so
hell
much,
yeah.
Chris.
That's
Appreciate it.
what's
So,
up.
Hubbard Glass, Chris Hubbard from Hubbard Glass. Go check him out. He has an Instagram page. It's at Hubbard Glass.
Yep, at Hubbard Glass, like Old Mother Hubbard, HUBBARD, at Hubbard Glass on Instagram.
We'll put it up on the page.
Cool.
All right, thank you so much.
Hey,
Thanks,
man,
guys.
thank you. Peace.
All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You see anything new and fun out there, Abby?
I'm just walking the floor now, honestly, stopping by the honey badger table, the vertical vaporizer. Those are my boys over there.
This is when you get the cheap
everybody's
shit,
just
right?
breaking
That people
down
don't
right
want to
now.
pack it up and take it home, so you make them a deal. Yeah, ask for the done deal,
Well,
please.
Here's the thing. Here's the crazy part. So this year, it's an extra day longer, and apparently there's another massive convention that's coming in after this one, and there was 2 other conventions going on at the same time. Well, this next convention that's coming in, they bought out the entire convention center, including all of the parking areas. So there's nowhere for any of us to break down and unload our stuff into our cars. We have to all haul it out half beyond the parking.
That's the worst.
The parking lot. So everybody's just starting to break down early right now so they can just get it out. So yeah, the show's over, but it was
Show's
a
over.
fantastic event. Show's over.
Show's over.
Yeah, but it's a fantastic event, and that's what people are doing. They're just giving stuff away right now to try to unload it off of everybody, so they have less to
This
carry
is it.
right now.
You're getting
Yeah.
Dave all worked up.
Pick
right?
up a big bag and start walking around. Come on, Abby, get on
I'll
it.
see what I can pick up for you guys.
Oh, there you go. It's like dream come true.
The guys at the Glass Expo, when I was there, were like the tooth and nail. Even they're like, no, I'm just going to pack it up and take it home. I'm
Of course,
like,
no,
what,
of course.
what the hell? Come
Because their
on.
shit's worth a lot of money. Of course, they're not going to give it away.
I wasn't going to give it away. I was going to pay. What did some wholesale love? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Mark's really high eating a donut.
So we're going to try to get
Yeah, I think
William on.
we're going to get out of here now, too. I've got my booth all packed up as well. But thank you guys so much for having me.
Thanks,
It was
Thank
such
you.
a pleasure hearing everybody's stories on here. And, man, what history, what legacy I'm amongst right now. So thank you guys so much for the opportunity.
100%.
Thank you, Abby.
Thanks for calling in. And have fun
All right,
out there.
you guys take care. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Abby. Abby from Sensi Magazine. SensiMagazine.com.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
So I think we'll try to get William Menzies from...
Should we do shouts first,
Yeah,
and
let's
then
do
we'll,
shouts. Yeah,
then
let's
we'll
do
call
shout-outs.
people
Let's
and
do
do the
shout-outs
second
and
half?
then- yeah.
Good, so I just
It's not even
texted
half. There's only like another, what?
hour.
Boom. So we do the shout-outs. Oh, well, the thing is, do we want to call him, then do the shout-outs, then give away the thing?
Oh, okay.
That's,
All right.
That's our
Yeah.
Friday giveaway. That's our giveaway.
I just sent him a
set.
text. I haven't heard back, but we can just try to call him and see if he's there.
Which, who
American Helix.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
It's funny because on Bill Barr, he had Helix, and he would always, it wasn't the same. It was a different company. And his whole insider joke was, what is it, Helix? 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 So every time I hear the word Helix, I just think of fucking Bill Barr going, Helix, Helix, Helix. What is it, Helix? Helix. Yep. I don't
Bill
think
Barr.
He's the best. He's the best. He's the best. He's really bad at keeping his sponsors on board, though. They don't last very long.
Oh, well.
Because he just goes off like in crazy tangents that are amazing. Uh-oh, here we go. Do.
Answer. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, he could be a live winner. We got a winner. Do you know the word of the month?
He's at the show, so he might be packing up right now. We might have missed our window.
And actually, he's the guy, I mean, obviously Jason and everybody I wanted to talk to.
To an automatic.
But I really wanted to talk to him because I was very curious.
We'll get him on again when he's not packing up, but
Well,
check out.
We still have a little time, so what we'll do is we'll do shout-outs.
There we go.
That always takes too long and everybody gets mad. But and we have a lot of sponsors, and we have a lot to talk about.
Can we just take a moment before we do shout-outs to let the people out there that listen
Should
to
we
the
call it
show?
something else? Because then people won't get so scared.
Can we say grace first?
No, I would like it. He's so high right now, eating a donut, staring off, hitting himself with the microphone.
Bill Burr.
I'm serious.
Not Bill Barr.
I probably said it wrong on the way back, but please patronize the sponsors. If you happen to be passing Apothecary Extracts, even though we don't have it set up yet, stop in and say hi.
Somebody went by there. Maybe asked.
You're at 14er. Stop in and say hello. Look at what they have. Okay?
And that is set up.
Seeds Here Now. Give them a call.
100%.
Green Farms. Illuminar. You got to patronize these websites. You got to ask for the done deal. You got to say that you were referred to by Adam, and so that we could keep the lights on and get Barsa-Corona in a couple of weeks.
And then leave it all to somebody who's going to live. And it's only 1 out of 3, right? No.
Who's going to buy?
I think it's Dave's going down.
Who's going to buy all these donuts? You know.
Well, Dave's trying to weaken us with donuts right now to get our immune systems down.
Yeah,
that was his plan all along.
Oh God!
Yeah.
I'm getting the pain right. Like right up here.
They say that that's how they scan you anyway. You're going to be so scannable. Dude.
No. My eyes are in the system now, so I don't have to touch anything.
No, I just
have
mean
to
the
look
heat
at something.
scanner. When they do the heat scanner, your head is going to reflect off like a fucking beacon. Like they're going to be like,
Gee,
that guy
thanks.
right there.
I have my own scanner. I'm checking my temperature every 5 minutes rectally. No, just too soon. Okay,
Just moving right along. Here.
NewMillenniumNutrients.com.
Dun, 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 dun.
Great company. NewMillenniumNutrients.com.
Talked to Cole the other day. Talked to those guys. I always like, first thing I ask them, anybody call with a done deal? Fuck yeah.
Sweet.
See?
Oh, that's all we need. We can go right past them now then.
So they're it's happening. But with them, the best
Thank
part
you.
is that if you just contact them and say you want the done deal and you're not really sure and you're wondering what's up, they're going to fucking send you like a little sample pack and you're going to be like, wow, that was fucking dope.
There
and
you
then
go.
All of a sudden you're going to be like, this shit is actually really good. And then you're going to want to buy it. And That's how it's going to work.
What
And
was
you
that,
can
Narnia?
Continue with the done deal
Narnia.
every time you order it.
Yeah, you absolutely have to ask. Do you have to ask for the done deal, or do they put it on your account? And
I just get it.
Yeah,
I just drive up and they load up the truck.
They load up the truck. It's good to be Adam Dunn.
And they say,
Doesn't
here
suck.
you go. And I bring it to mom's. And I bring it down to my mom's house, and she loves it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I always, whenever I'm there, I like to do the Microbe Life and the other products from other people just to kind of be doing something different. but she loves this. And when I come in, I'm like, damn, everything looks fucking good. And then I'm like, oh yeah. She's like, I just read it yesterday. I'm like, well, there you go.
Adam's mom loves this product. That's an endorsement. You want to go?
Oh, it's been mentioned
Come on,
many times.
get out there.
She does love it. And the funny part is, you'd think it'd be kind of the other way around, where I'd be like yeah, let's fucking boom, boom, boom. And mom would be like, no, let's hit him with microbes and stuff. No, it's the other way around.
Apple does not fall far from the tree.
But
what are you gonna do?
awesome. And you can do standalone winter frosts.
Unlock true genetic potential.
They have a great new ad campaign, which is the frost, the gateway jug.
The gateway jug.
Yes, sir.
Very nice.
So we.
You try one, you'll try more.
Pretty much, and that's like the one you want to start with, just because
it's the gateway drug.
Well, because people all finish off. They all know what their stuff's like when it finishes, and if you can use one product and see a difference, that's the one, because it's right there at that moment. You know what I mean? So instead of it being like, if it's an early thing, you might see a big jump, but it's kind of hard to see if that follows through to the finish line.
I can dig it.
But this stuff, 100%
dig it. Follow them on Instagram, Twitter, right? Don't they have a Twitter?
Come on.
I do hashtag New Millennium, so it comes up.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know.
Check them out.
NewMillenniumNutrients.com.
Booyah. And, of course, Bob's coming next week? Is that what you said?
Yes, Bob will come on the show next week.
Wow.
Yes.
He can play drums?
He plays drums?
I know he plays. No, he does play drums. He's a drummer.
We'll
should we bring a drum set? Should I bring my little electronic one?
And you bring your bass?
I'll do a drum off with them. Oh, I'll bring a bass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we bring a whole drum set up here. These guys are going to love us.
Yeah, dude, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
No, but we can't drum before 4 o'clock, though.
No
There's
drumming.
no drumming. Because if we do, they're going to put on they'll put the industrial air scrubbers.
Right, we'll
Get us some congos.
We'll think of Congo. It's going to be a congo.
Or a
Congo.
bongos.
I don't know.
Congos versus bongos.
But it's iloveincredibles.com, and anybody out there online right now, I can't be sure, but I tried to tag them in an Instagram post, and their account did not come up. So I don't know if they suffer the fucking Instagram deletion mode or
no.
But so I retagged it as
but
medically
you can always
correct.
go to the website and go to iloveincredibles.com and check out the website, see the store finder, see all that stuff. What you saw is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just check this. Click on
Motherfuckers.
Well, you know.
How I cannot.
They're still on Twitter though.
No, but you
Incredibles
can
NJ.
find tobacco companies and alcohol companies and a whole bunch of people selling OxyContin on Instagram, but you're a legitimate cannabis company that pays your taxes in Colorado, and they shut you down.
Bastards.
But anyway, their 50 milligrams are absolutely my favorite edible.
It's because you're so good. When you're so good, to get shut, that's a sign.
You one of the funny thing, just the funny thing is that you start up an Instagram page, you start getting followers, you might as well start posting, hey, follow my other one, because this one's going to get shut down, and you're not going to know how to
You don't want to be a
find me.
victim of your own success.
Right? But that's a great product right there.
That's your shit. That's all you ever talk about.
Well, I like the sativa ones. The indica ones tend to put
Mark
me
looks like he
to
ate
sleep.
a bunch of them, but he didn't. He just looks like that.
It is the highest I've ever seen him right now, and we'll thank who got him high a little later, but it's he's at a new level of high right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a testament. So
That's why it's so smooth. That's why everything's
iloveincredibles.com.
running so smooth.
Yep. And no, that's just because I keep coughing. He's got his finger on the button. But their chocolates are amazing. You can eat the chocolates in the winter. I'm not so much of a fan of the chocolates, of anybody's chocolates in the summer. I always wind up with one bar that melts into the corner, and I have to eat the whole thing by myself.
Yeah. Summertime chocolate's not really recommended normally, but you know.
I'm not a chocolate guy.
No, but
I'll
they're
eat gummies all day long though.
Yeah, I got
See,
some.
I'm the opposite.
Hell yeah,
I'll
let's
not eat
do
a
it.
gummy, but I'll eat chocolate.
Oh, why? Because the gummy's not vegan?
Exactly. What you think?
These ones are.
I know
Yeah,
these
vegan.
are actually supposed to be.
I don't know.
They're fantastic products.
Maybe not these ones.
Natural fruit juice.
Very consistent. You got to have the chocolate bars are vegan. They're one of their chocolate bars is vegan.
No, they had a line. It was like, who is it? The Bro of Life or the Man of Life? They had a special line of vegan gummies for a second there. It was like a special. I don't know if it was continued, but I know that for a second there was a dispensary that I was going to that was stocking them.
I'm sure they're still out there. They probably have a product to satisfy their vegan customers.
Anyways.
Yeah. And that orange soda concentrate that comes out
So
of
good.
there is just.
I get that every time I see it.
That's just where do you? That's the thing, though. You need to be on their mailing list to know where it's going to drop. They don't even tell us. Let's get on that. Come on, Mark, get us some.
Yeah.
You want to know?
Well, just go to iloveincredibles.com. Get the fucking website close. Go find out where the shop is. Go pick it up.
There you go.
Soon come. They're gonna have a done deal on some CBD that can get shipped right out from. We'll have stacks of it. We're gonna be like mountains.
Big giveaways every month.
Oh, Brandon, yes, 2 called me today and needed your address because he's 2.
Look, you're breaking the
I
rules.
sent him everyone's addresses.
I know. I just have to resend it. Did you send it today again, Dan?
No.
Oh no, he called me today, so he's stoner.
iloveincredibles.com.
But he got Katie's address apparently.
Look at that, buildasoil.com.
Build a soil.
If you guys want to continue having your conversation, I'll do the rest of the shout
Yeah,
outs.
please go for it.
Yeah, I was just talking to Brandon. I was talking
We could do some dabs.
personally to Brandon.
Have a side combo.
Buildasoil.com. 855-877-SOIL.
Wow, you know the number really good now.
I'm reading.
No,
I can see it. Even though I don't have my glasses on.
If I got into an accident, that would probably be one of the only numbers I'd remember. All I know, call Jeremy. Call Jeremy. 855. What's your own number? I don't know.
I don't know, but I got aphids.
He'll tell the chat game.
Tell him I need help right now, man.
No, but if you give them a call or go to the website, check out all the products they have, which are awesome. They're all very hard to find, exclusive, well vetted. He doesn't fuck around.
Living soil.
Yep, and any kind of advice you might need, you give him a call.
I'd be wearing this right now if it wasn't so fucking hot in here. But
You got your Build a Soil shirt?
It's not even hot. I was about to start a fire.
There we go.
It's not hot at all. What are you talking about? What are you sweating from?
Yeah,
You got
what are you
coronavirus?
I got Barsa-Corona.
Check his fucking head temp.
I'll wear it.
I'm going to get a laser pointer thing and just carry that with me everywhere. Scanning people.
Just scanning people.
Are you with the CDC? No, I just don't want you anywhere near me if you have a fever.
Back off.
On the train, just
back up.
hitting people with the laser.
That's like a Howard Stern bit where they'd walk onto the subway in Tyvek, just would scan and just start scanning people and trick someone into, wait a second, hold on a second, something doesn't look right. Wait a second. He does 420
talk
degrees.
about side talking.
And Mark did it.
Mark did anything.
What am I going to do?
I do think bringing my laser pointer thing is not a bad idea. My laser thermometer is not a bad idea.
Why not?
Just be like, I'm fucking
for dabs
prepared.
At least.
We use it for dabs too.
At least
dabs and fevers.
That's
Dab
great.
fever.
Buildasoil.com. 855-877-SOIL. You got gnats. You got root aphids. You got.
Look at him reading.
You got stuff.
Look at him reading.
You got crap. Free shipping to New Mexico.
How about you need some IPM for your fucking situation, bro?
Yeah, that's what you need, bro.
Brah.
Give him a coil.
Give
him a call.
Give him a call.
Give him a call.
He's definitely that's it. He's
cut
slurring
off.
words. He's
Slurred. I've got corona.
The virus is kicking in hard,
It's
bro.
kicking in now, man.
6 feet away.
Maybe that's why I'm so.
I'm a bit too close. Maybe that's why you're so high.
Yeah, so I'm so high.
Yeah, Mark's so high because you have the beginnings. Stoner corona.
Maybe these things had fucking corona on them, dude.
Oh! I tricked you. Ha ha.
Oh shit!
That's my new.
That's the conspiracy.
April's coming up, bro. April Fools.
The masks
new
had
April Fool's
corona on them. Fuck. Wait. Oh wait. Fuck. Shit.
Oh my
All right.
God.
Green Farms.
Don't forget Green Farms.
GreenFarmsMed.com.
Thank you.
And Green Farms 719 is their Instagram page that you should follow.
So if you're in Colorado Springs and you have a med card and you want to get some no-till grown, super nice organic cannabis and the rosin off the chain, we had some 24.7%.
It was sick.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Which is right there, I think, in the picture. That's it. The country fruit is called. That shit was fire.
You know, you said if you have a med card. Guess it reminds me, we did have Dr. Mark on, and he did say that if you ever wanted to get a med card, you can mention the done deal and get a discount getting your med card. So if you don't have one, you have no excuse right now because I look at their photos and that's...
You're sold.
I mean, no, it's I mean, it really...
No, but
it's something special.
I'm going on a field trip this weekend.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's go, dude.
Barsa-Corona.
Yeah, bro.
This weekend?
Yeah, he wants to go down to there.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Check it out.
let's go.
I can also,
Right, cool.
yeah. I can also maybe have him come on the show. Who knows, next week.
With Bob. Sweet. Have him come on up.
There we go.
Bring some Green Farms feed and seed.
Yeah, just bring it up here.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Road trip canceled.
That was a lot easier, wasn't it?
There we go. This is so much better. Thank you so much, Mark.
Cancel plans are like heroin, man.
Damn, we were going. It was like Barcelona. We were going, and then we're not going.
We're just going to go to the Springs. We don't need to go to Barcelona.
But that's fun.
We just go.
Can you imagine we go to Colorado Springs, get coronavirus down there? There's an outbreak at the Colorado Springs airport, and that's where we just happen to meet. Fuck, we're fucked. We're all dead. We're all dead. GreenFarmsMed.com.
Good job.
As Adam shakes his head at
Follow him on Instagram, Green Farms @GreenFarmsMed.
Yep. And also Green Farms 719. Green Farms Feed and Seed.
They got all kinds of stuff going on.
And Feed and Seed is where you can get all the organic inputs. A lot of the stuff, he pretty much has a whole half his shop, I think, comes out of Build-A-Soil. And he's using all Build-A-Soil's products in his grows. So that's a pretty awesome little combo of our sponsors right there.
That's fantastic. That's
Some
like
overlap.
dual sponsorship.
All right, so this is it. We're in Barcelona. And we're not sick. And we're not trapped in a hotel.
No. Mm-hmm. Pete will put us up.
And we're actually floating above a doorway right now, but you can't tell in the picture. And we're about this big. We're about that big. We're about that big.
Yeah.
If you really were where we are, but we're not. But we are in the same. We are hanging out at Treasure with Petey. If you're there, because a ton of people are going to be there, obviously next week starting for Spannabis. So if you are there and you haven't been to Treasure, you need to roll in, tell them you want the done deal.
No coughing while you're there. If you cough, they're going to ask you to leave.
I think that's pretty much. They may scan you there. There might be some scanning going on. I'm going to give them the idea. I'm going to give them a call.
Yeah.
The thing is that Petey is a germaphobe.
Oh, shit.
By nature.
You know, that would up his cred if he
scanned
everybody on the way in.
I'll tell him that. I'll say, you should be scanning everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can be like Idiocracy, where you're like, unscannable.
He's unscannable.
I'll be like, what?
He's unscannable.
Unscannable.
You know, it's just like your shit's fucked up, man. You know, so, sort of.
You know.
You're fucked up, man.
I'm guilty, right? You're totally guilty.
Totally guilty. Yeah.
But nope, Treasure Barcelona. Go to what's their Instagram is just Treasure.
Treasure
_BCN, right? Yes, sir. If you go in there, tell Petey we told you to come in, and he'll be like, "Oh my god!" And he'll complain now because now a ton of people are going to show up all of a sudden, all the same week,
all with Corona.
Well,
no, I'm just kidding.
I'm just telling you, he is a germaphobe. So if you pretend you have Corona,
you're leaving.
I'm not sure.
Well, I told you we should have a shirt that says, "I don't have the coronavirus. I just smoke way too much pot."
It's Joseph. Oh, it's wild.
Funnier shirt would be, "I'm feeling warm." Anyone else feeling warm?
or you need like under like a wig and have a sweat just pour like hit the button and it just kind of comes out of you and just go near people and they'll be like, ah.
Well, that's the way to get to the front of every line.
Yeah, there you go.
Clear the way, just like.
All
right. Well, that is the scary part is everybody coughing at these events. It's like flinging over here and flinging over there. Here, fling there.
We don't even know what he's giving us right now.
Right now.
Yeah, see?
Well, we may have to decontaminate him in our Extractcraft home extraction.
Extractcraft.com.
You got that one. You got that one dialed.
Yep.
The X's and stuff. You can
Extractcraft.com.
Yes, that's ooh.
3 X's on my eyes. An H2O extra 420 extractor.
No,
Fuck
that's
that
coming
one
up. That's coming up.
It's right there.
No, it's not.
Isn't that it?
No, you're tripping.
You're talking about Ito.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's an Ito.
Ito Pro.
Ito Pro.
Ito Pro. So there's two different models. They have the Source and the Ito Pro, which are both made here in Colorado up in where the fuck was it? It's north.
Fort Collins?
Longmont?
Longmont.
No, yeah, I think it's Longmont.
Somewhere north of Boulder.
Longmont, I believe. I think it's in Longmont. But you can make not only cannabis products, but you can extract all sorts of different
oils,
plants and herbs, which are awesome. So, and it's 3-hour process, start to finish. And if you really want to, take it next level, you can go get a vac oven or go get a freeze dryer or whatever and step your game up. But you can pretty much with these ones make any tincture, all sorts of products which are going to make it possible for you just to be like a one-stop shop, really. To feed this beast, you're going to need some 420 extractor alcohol, which is also made locally here in Colorado, or made here local in Colorado, in Mystic Mountain Distillery, which is realized that this industry needed some clean, non-GMO, products that they can use.
Gluten-free, vegan?
Yeah, I don't know about the gluten-free part so much, but the GMO part definitely is important. Just because that's the problem with a lot of these things are all just made from just like super chemical fucking bullshit. And, if it's a grain and it's got glyphosate and fucking all sorts of bullshit in it, it's going to come into the final product too. So you don't need that shit.
No, this is totally pure.
Totally pure, bruh.
Totally pure. Bruh.
As always, done deal if you contact these people direct. But they do sell it at like liquor stores and all sorts of spots. Like you just roll in, just like used to get Everclear, with that stuff's made of some garbage.
Absolutely.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Make sure you ask for the done deal. Done deal.
Done deal all around.
420
Extractor. See, X. More X's. See, keep those X's rolling.
I get that one. That one works. Yeah. Oh, Mark's going to make fun of me. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying now we're on a ski company. Oh, I mean, 14er.
Ski company?
I'm just kidding.
Well, this is what got Mark all fucked up tonight.
Yeah. This is it.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
It's 14er holistics.
An empty box. Ruined it. Which one is it? This is yours.
Empty box ruined me.
This is the DJC Ambrosia.
Oh, bro.
From Apothecary Extracts.
Ambrosia. With a bro in the middle.
Live resins, live salt. They even have live rosin on the med side today. I posted a photo on Instagram and picked some up, and it's absolute fire. We're smoking tonight Wedding Cake, Lucky Charms, and DJC. Sweet. And again, you got to just stop by. I don't know what flower you're smoking, but give 14er a try, and you will not be disappointed. Top quality. Great prices, fun staff. They're open till 9 o'clock.
Done deal?
9 till 9. They don't have a done deal yet. The done deal is the fact that they sponsor the show, and we got to see Mark in rare form tonight. So
wow, man. Yeah.
That's absolutely worth it. So check it out. They have a whole new, listen, I'm honored. They put my face on a can of weed, but what they did is they called it the DJC Project, and they crossed DJC with a whole bunch of strains, and it's all going to be hitting the shelves in about 14 days.
I saw a picture of that DJC Tropicana. That looks pretty nice.
It is. You just had to go give it a try. It's going to be on the rec side, not the med side. On the med side today, they had Girl Scout cookies, Magic, The Truth, Hell's Angel OG, a whole bunch of other strains. I can't even count how many strains are on the rec side right now. They are doing some boutique crosses that are probably not going to stay in normal rotation. So if you really want to try something out there, now is the time to come on down. Pick up a can, pick up 2. Mention you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show.
Then there'll be a done deal.
Yeah. I mean, eventually that'll be able to happen at dispensaries, right? I mean, it's just, it's Boulder. So it's very
Boulder.
difficult for
It's
them.
Oh, Boulder.
I think they would be able to do it here in Denver or Glendale.
Well, maybe we'll see if we can. Well, Apothecary is going to work something out, so maybe they'll do something a little bit more on any 14er strains that wind up in there.
Yeah.
They get an extra 1.4.
Either way, I salute you, 14er.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Look, he's slurring his words right now,
I need more donuts.
No more donuts for you, man.
All
20 push-ups. So 14er Holistics. It's on Mapleton, 2800 block, right across from the YMCA. And another new sponsor.
New. From Rhode Island.
Fish shit, fantastic. Adam, I'm sure, can tell you that he's used the product and he really liked it. We are going to be giving away
third round of it right now. So
there you go. 5 liters next week. That's $500 You don't have to spend. A great way to try the product. If it's too much, you and 3 growers share it amongst yourselves.
Did we figure out how we're giving it away?
Yes, you have to find out Mark's middle name.
Oh, jeez.
No. We'll come up with something. We'll post it on Instagram. It won't be hard.
It's got to be something about shit and fish.
It's going to be a fish fact.
fish
and you're going to
fact.
have to find it on their page. We'll just figure it out.
I don't know about that, man.
No, you'll have to go to their fish shit
How
site.
about a fish fact like fish like the band, man?
No.
Listen, no. Not even going to go there. I am not going to go there.
I don't like them. Don't worry about me.
No, listen, I wish they would have done it for me. How about that? When after the Grateful Dead stopped playing and I needed another band, I wanted Fish to do it for me. And I'm glad they do it for some people and whatever music does it for you. But Fish shit, 5 liters, $500.
Timmy's pissed off right now. He's listening. He's like, what?
Oh, is he a fishy?
Tim? Yeah.
Well, he likes fish, but not necessarily fish.
Tim got engaged that fish, I believe. So.
Oh.
I don't mind them.
What's wrong? Fantastic. That's what I said. If it does it for you, if they do it for you.
He's that fishy.
Fantastic. I want to close my eyes and go back to, 10/8/89, 10/9/89, Hampton, Virginia with the Grateful Dead. But I digress. Fish Shit, one of our newest sponsors.
Which is not that fish.
Follow them on Instagram at Fish Shit. You can find them.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fishheadfarms.com.
Fishhead Farms.
Fishheadfarms.com.
Go listen to the show we had with Tom. Give a little breakdown. It's some tilapia. It's not my favorite fish, but when it comes to shit, it's just what works, right? And the stuff where it stinks to high heaven, which is definitely good indicator.
I got an idea. So if you have any artistic capability whatsoever, if you want to draw a picture of the fish wearing the diaper, that you won. I'm just telling you right now. We will find a way. You will. No, I can't say that, but. That would be funny.
Are you asking people to do Photoshop?
Remember how he came in and he said that he talked about how the fishes have to wear the fish have to wear the diaper.
That would be pretty funny. The best picture of fish in diapers.
Yeah, or Adam in a diaper. Wait a minute.
Is going to win.
Pinsky in a diaper. Yeah, but fish shit, good product, man. Thank you for coming on board. You got to give him a call. You got to ask for the done deal.
Get your Photoshop skills in order, kids.
It's 25%, right? I keep forgetting that, but it's a huge discount.
It's a big one.
So call them.
Okay, so basically we're asking people to give us a picture of a fish wearing diapers, and we're going to do a contest, and we'll do it.
We'll pick the best one.
We'll do it. We'll show them during the beginning of next show, and we'll announce the winner at the end.
There we go.
There you go. That'll be our pre-show warm-up.
Sweet.
So
Photoshop, whatever you want.
Whatever you want. I can
cut and paste.
I'm going to do
crayon.
I'm going to put one in but I'm not going to tell you who, but it won't be my name, so... Secret. I'm gonna have a couple. I'm gonna have one in there.
Should I apologize to Pinsky right now for any fun that someone makes of him with fish in a diaper and Pinsky? But
no, go for it.
Sorry, buddy.
You know that I'm already gonna do that.
I know.
That'll happen.
Alrighty, moving right along too. Seedsherenow.com.
Seedsherenow.com.
If James is listening and he's not. He was driving through the border, so he was like,
"Oh shit! Don't be listening to us while going through the border."
No, it's the wrong show.
Don't do that.
No, don't look in his trunk. What?
And don't travel with an NFL player either as your Uber.
No, you definitely don't want that. That would be bad.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
that was a bad idea.
It was really dumb.
Seedsherenow.com. Also, Seeds Here Now on Instagram. You can even get Adam Dunn seeds.
You can Sage Master Select, yes, you can. And you can get the done deal for any seed. Doesn't have to be ours, doesn't have to be mine. It can be anybody's seed. Done deal in the checkout. Just boom, it works right there.
You mean you actually have to type it in the field? You can't just go.
Think it in there if you.
Alexa, enter done deal.
You gotta type it like DJC would do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that.
Okay, moving right along.
Seedsherenow.com. What's going on over
Seedsherenow.com.
there, DJ?
He's just making fun of me. He's having fun. He's really high tonight, man. He's totally breaking the fourth wall. Making fun of me. But seedsherenow.com, tons of breeders. Remember when we spoke to them, they make sure that all the people who breed seeds get compensated. That's important.
That's important. Well, not only that, but they have to give a total guarantee on everything that they grow or that you get from them. So you have an issue, it wasn't what you thought, something else wrong, didn't grow right, didn't sprout, who gives a fuck? Here's your seed.
There you go. They'll fix it.
It'll fix that, and that's important shit too. and that's like one of those, and obviously don't try to be an asshole and complain about get the best harvest of your life and then go, what's it so great?
I want my money back.
You can't be the guy like who goes and eats all
Eats
the
the breakfast.
food and then
Excuse me, Brad.
Yeah, you can't be that guy. So, but in general, if you have any issues, they'll fucking come to the rescue, which is awesome.
Great company, by the way. Thank you for all your help, really getting us on track. I mean, Mark's been
these cameras, right?
Yeah,
the vision.
We really appreciate it, and eventually we'll get a little bit more professional. Have some pre-recorded stuff going on,
and a makeup girl too.
Oh, motherfucker! He's in rare form tonight, everybody. Mark Perez, everybody. Let's give him a round of applause, everybody out there. I'm gonna give out his home number and a little later in the show.
You can watch Mark on his other show.
That's right.
I check it out.
That's right. Have you ever seen Mark on his other show?
Don't do that.
That's classic.
No, it's a good
yes.
show. SoFab. What is it? SoFab.
SoFab. SoFabab.com.
Son of a bitch and bastard show.
Yes.
Yep.
And if you do call into the show, suggest they talk more about nipples. It was a good topic. It worked really well. Stay away from doing anything to a dog.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Really. I love the animals, man. SeedsHereNow.com.
So do we. We have a bunch of vegans on the show. I don't know what you're talking about.
Vegans? Who's a vegan?
All the guys on that show.
On your show?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So
they don't act like vegans.
Wait, that's funny. You want to watch me kill a garden? No, if I did it alone, I kill it. I kill plants.
Dave
I like
needs
to
to grow?
critique
No,
plants.
no.
You don't want me to do that.
No love
Nope.
coming off that
They'll
guy.
let them leave it to the experts.
And now.
Oh, shit.
Here it is.
Dun,
Illuminar.com. Illuminarlighting.com. Sorry.
Ruined.
At Illuminar on Instagram.
It's just I thought it was at Illuminar Lighting. But.
No delivery today, Dave. If your delivery was as bright as your head,
I know it is shining right now.
we'd be nailing this every time.
Yeah, it's Illuminar Lighting on Instagram.
Illuminar Lighting.
Jeez.
It comes up when you hit at Illuminar.
Okay.
And
yours doesn't. It's annoying. Because it starts with cannabis. So every time.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well.
what? Too many words? Too many names?
No, because
you have to type out cannabis experience because if you don't get to the EX, I'm every other cannabis person with
it just won't even come up, I don't think. Yeah.
Thanks,
weird.
buddy.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
You're nobody.
Yeah.
You're
Don't
nobody.
tag me in anything, man. Fuck you. But, I say this all the fucking time. How about somebody who is growing with an Illuminar lamp to send some photos in?
I got a couple of photos, actually.
Don't share them with me. DJC at AdamDunnShow.com.
Yeah, but
Yeah, send them to him instead. That way
No,
he feels-
don't. Yes.
Yeah, send it to him.
Oh, shit.
DJC at AdamDunnShow.com. All emails.
No, complaints
Go to
at
him now.
Adam at AdamDunnShow.com.
Oh, yeah. Complain about DJC at DJC
Yeah,
at AdamDunnShow.com. All
But
right.
Illuminar Lighting, they're a fantastic company. We went by their booth way back at MJ BizCon, and they were rocking and rolling. They're capable of a small deal, so just for your home grow. But if you're a commercial gardener and you want to talk about hundreds or thousands of lamps, you can reach out to them, enter the done deal on the website, ask for the done deal. And I hope you know the word of the day, whoever we're about to call, as we search through the potential winners right now.
All righty.
What do we got?
Well, I got it down to 2. I think I'm going to go with this one. Do you want to put any input on this here, Adam? Do you want me to?
What's that?
Do you want me to show you any of these emails before I actually pick one here?
Oh, I trust your judgment.
You trust
Flip a
my
coin.
judgment. Okay. No,
There's two. Flip a coin.
I'm going to go with this one here, I think.
Is
We'll
it
try
Mike
them.
Denver's other number? That's all I want to know.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. He's
Oh, God.
He's in some.
We can't give you another
He's
one,
in the
Mike.
doghouse over some rage tickets, so yeah, he's trying to get it light too. But
All right, here we go.
Alrighty, so this is an organic cannabis for a small business commercial grow for like 4 years. Never had the resources for a home grow and have always wanted to start down this path. Said a 315 would be a perfect first light for me to be able to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Wants to help grow cannabis for his girlfriend who has PTSD.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
good choice.
Are we in this America or we're China? This
It
China?
looks
In
like
Wuhan?
Are they locked in a house so they can't? We
You're not in Italy, are
we
you?
Need food
with the
we
with
have
the
seeds. And we need food. We have seeds.
It looks kind of local, so
Okay.
from the number.
that's
Oh,
good.
sweet.
That's good.
So we're going to go ahead and...
Here we go.
I'm going to punch them up.
Answer.
See if we can give away this light from Illuminar. Boom. Here we go.
What's their name?
Robert.
Oh.
Yo, is that Robert there?
Yeah.
What's up, Robert? You're on the Adam Dunn Show.
How's it going?
How are you guys doing?
Good. We were just hoping that you
Would answer.
Well, first of all, we're hoping you answer what you did. That's the first step. The second step was
Yeah.
we were hoping that you knew the word of the month, so we could.
Endocannabinoid system.
Ding, ding, ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding.
We have a winner.
So we could bless you with the new.
If you were watching right now, there's confetti all over the room.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going-
I gotta.
down.
I have to clean it
Shit.
up afterwards. It's the bummer for me.
I'm just watching, so I got it turned off now. So.
Were you watching us on YouTube? How do I look tonight? How's this going? Am I still beautiful?
Yeah, makeup girl wasn't able to come in.
Yeah, the makeup girl was not in tonight. Okay. Anyway.
I don't know.
So you got a space already set up for this, ready to go and receive it when you get it? Because actually, it came really quick now. I noticed our last winner got theirs like already. Boom.
Yeah, you'll have it in a few weeks.
Or that I'm going to be able to borrow from it.
And you got some genetics ready to go, or what do you got? What's your plans?
Well, potentially, yeah, getting cloned. At the expo as well, so I picked up some seeds, but I don't know that I really want to start doing that. Just starting with some clones.
Oh no, go for some seeds. It'll be more rewarding, and you'll not have to worry about bringing anything bullshit in your place. So I would do that. Just get some. Go to
Seedsherenow.com.
Go to Seeds Here Now. Tell them you want the done deal, but on top of that, tell them you are a winner of the Illuminar giveaway, and I bet they'll give you even some extra special treatment.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
That might be a good plan. So
they carry Done Loud too.
Yes, sir. So yeah, give them a heads up, and I'll tell them keep an eye out for the winner from this month's light and get you some killer deal on some seeds so you can get rolling. You know.
And do we have your address in the?
I forwarded to Liz, and Liz usually ships it out.
Oh, good. You're all good. You are.
You're way on top of it.
You are lined up and ready to
Just
roll.
a professional, Mark. You are.
Yep.
Well, right on, Robert. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you listening and appreciate you writing in for.
Yeah, you got to get some
the
shit
lamp.
growing so you can take care of your girl and
Yeah, and I
get the
send
ball.
some pictures in, right? You know.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
please.
the best.
DJC at AdamDunnShow.com.
He wants it.
Yeah.
He wants it. He wants it.
all the.
I don't think anybody's ever
That's
sent
not
me
too
an
much
email
to ask.
to that
That's
one.
not too much to ask. No, but cool. Thanks for supporting the show, and glad you answered, and we didn't get stuck in the old raffle deal. We're like, oh Jesus, who we calling now? Oh.
So wait, what? How would you rate your growing prowess right now? You've grown before.
Yeah, he worked for the people. So.
Organic, small.
I've only grown commercially. I'm pretty lucky to have the job that I do, honest. I mean, listening to you guys and other podcasts and things like that, I feel like I'm...
Oh, did we lose you?
Seems like he has
No,
a
I don't
shot.
believe so.
Oh no, we just have there's probably a bad connection. I don't know, maybe it's our Wi-Fi.
I mean, there's way too much to learn in this industry, but that's also why I'm like a great grower or anything, but I will hope to get there, you know?
Well, I want to see what you do, so send us photos once you get that lamp going.
Yeah, we'll do.
Awesome.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, Robert.
Thank you, Robert. So holy moly, we made it through, and I only fucked up like 8 or 9 times.
Wow.
Oh, we didn't make it through.
You
yet.
didn't break any rules.
Oh, I
You can
try.
you
want me to?
can try.
No, William just
So,
sent me a text.
thanks
He
to
has break
Illuminar.
down.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
thank you, Illuminar. That is just a fantastic, generous.
Yeah,
thing
that
to
is
be giving
super
away.
generous. They give away a light every month, guys. So I mean, make sure you give us an email at info@adamdunnshow.com, and get a light.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, support these guys. And if you're at any trade shows and you see them, go tell them you want the done deal and get yourself a clip-on. Hopefully they'll have one of those clip-on fucking lenses. Those things are dope.
You know, there's also nothing wrong if you win a lamp, calling up and ordering a lamp. Then it's sort of like getting buy one get one free.
That is
you
true.
know?
And if
in
you get-
addition to the done deal.
Exactly. Combined with not right now. He doesn't need a controller, but if he gets a couple more lights, then he gets a controller. Then boom.
Now you got a garden.
Now you're doing something.
There you go.
Well, thanks, guys. We need to get Scott and the crew on one point.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we got. I'm curious about those vertical bowls. Those things. Every time I see the picture pop up, it's like, haven't really seen anybody utilizing them properly yet, but
I'd be interested in seeing how that works.
Is this the Dave show now?
What?
Ooh.
What happened?
Look at you, dude.
Look at you.
What did I do?
I don't know what you did.
Talked for once or something?
I don't know.
You asked a question.
Should I shut up, Steve?
I don't know. I think it's kind of my show tonight.
You
I've been
are
on fire.
It's definitely the MTI.
It's not my show. Shut the fuck up, all of you.
Oh,
I don't want the show.
Wow.
I like being that other guy.
Dave's
I like playing Ed McMahon.
No, we want a Dave solo show.
No, we don't.
Solo.
Hold on. Let me hear. I got your solo show right here.
I'll give you your fucking solo
I
show.
got your solo show.
Yeah. So yeah, look. See, I told you your shine was down.
Oh, right on.
They're noticing.
Yeah, we did good.
I think it's the sweat.
Switching around the lights over here is what we did. It's good.
Yeah, we did the old switcheroo. You notice?
Well, there was a crew of like 8 lighting techs in here.
Right, making sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's much.
We axed the makeup girl and got 8 lighting guys.
Yes, sir.
I made it through. I'm alive though, right?
Okay,
I
so
went Barsa-Corona.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to, I guess, round out with more miserable news about Barsa-Corona. What?
No, see, that's exactly what it would be. You don't want me trying to sell shit.
But win a day with us?
Oh, sweet, $10,000.
Per entry.
No problem.
Per
You want
entry.
to start bidding on that? Opening bid is $9,900.
I want to win a day with Adam and Dave. Wow, cool.
Oh, wow.
That'd be a fun time.
Sweet.
I don't know.
Ooh.
I'll just tell you guys.
There's a lot of
it's really
donuts.
not that great.
There's a lot of donuts involved if you're gonna
There's
hang
no
out.
donuts
Either
involved. I passed a donut place. It looked fucking cool. I thought I'd do something nice for you
donuts.
guys.
yeah.
I'm not bringing shit for you guys anymore. Fuck that, man.
Oh, the bagels at the convention. I remember that. That was
bagels at
good.
the
Those went over
Those
well.
were good, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just how he's raised. His mom, like, he bring bagels.
Clean underwear.
When you go to a place, you bring bagels, you bring something.
And wear clean underwear. That would be a very short show.
That's
there.
negotiable.
Okay, so we couldn't get through to our boy because he's breaking down.
He
Unfortunately,
is. But we'll have him
He
on
should-
again because
right now
I
he should be
really.
writing our name of our on the box and just sending it along.
I think you realize. I think those 2 that you sent me.
Are the first ones.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they haven't come out yet.
Oh, what the fuck happened?
How many lumens does that forehead produce?
Somebody turn Mark's mic off, please. He's cut off.
But
it's a lot.
All right, so we'll just get a show. Hopefully, we'll talk to him. We'll basically talk to him about getting him on the show and getting one here so we can make a real show of it. Because otherwise, just talking about it's not really
I
that
agree.
fun.
I agree.
And then if we love it like we think we're gonna love it,
We'll beg for more.
yeah, well, no, it'll just get into the repertoire of the done deals because we'll have to make sure. We may even get some in-house ones to have them available. Get some custom ones made that are
Well, it's time
ADS versions.
We should thank some of the other people that are going to send us stuff in. So the guy from Never Dead brand is sending us a charger for the Puffco and a charger for the Carta.
Neato.
The Ruby Pearl Co. guys are sending us a bag of Ruby Pearls.
My pearls are still good. They
Mark-
don't move around. They don't move around or anything, but they
Mark has a couple in Noisy Cricket.
are yours, and so it's even noisier.
Yeah.
It's the cricket with a spinny deal. Did
He
they
got
spin?
him. We did get him to spin. He doesn't have the
Initially
right
they
cap
spun
for it.
and then they didn't.
You're right, because you put a whole bunch of goopy gloppy on it, and it.
I did a regular sized dab,
No,
like a
I
normal
saw it
person.
from here. It was the size of a dime.
Whatever,
Child.
dude.
Whatever.
Child-sized dabs.
It's like, don't dab all my hash.
And who also? Apothecary Extracts is going to have a done deal in their store, a percentage off of buying concentrates in their Denver store. Who else did we speak to? I'm forgetting one. I believe is going to be sending something to us. Oh, the guys from Scope and Stack are sending us a Night, which is on an Evan Shore banger.
You sound so like Larry Reedish at the moment, don't you?
Who's Larry Reed?
One day I'll introduce you to Larry Reed.
All right.
One day, when you're
Okay.
lucky, and you'll be like,
Oh, that's why I was. That's why I was like. I finally found my calling.
yeah.
Oh, Terp Wipes
That'd
guys.
be perfect.
Trying to get them, and they also had a whole bunch of the wooden Q-tips. They did those as well. So we'll have a lot. And we're going to do a giveaway of the ruby pearls. So we'll figure out how to do that as well. Also, Mike over at Cured by Design, I hope to hear from you. We'd love for you to come on board. And to John over at Hemp Benchmarks and Cannabis Benchmarks, the only way to find prices, if you're in the industry looking at cannabinoids and cannabis and all the byproducts as a commodity, there really is only one place to get prices from right now. It's Cannabis Benchmarks and Hemp Benchmarks. I know some stuff going on over there, and you should look to see that they're going to be gaining real mainstream legitimacy soon, if it hasn't happened already and I missed the news. But it's going to be changing the way people price products. So good for them. And I hope to have them as a sponsor.
Yeah, well,
that's the first sign of coronavirus is you lose your voice.
I know, and you've already lost like 30% during the show.
30%.
Yeah, dude.
That's the done deal on my voice. 30% off.
Let's see what's.
You got the done deal on his voice. Shit.
Yeah, shit. Damn. POTUS. What are you talking about, POTUS?
POTUS. That's right. I think Vinny always writes me in as everything anyway.
Oh.
So he's my.
Okay.
I get one vote every election.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
Vinny
funny.
wrote me in last time. So.
Well, that's why I get it now.
Let's see. So I get one. They're like, who is this one vote he gets every year? Somebody notices.
I need to put my mask on.
Oh, yeah. You need little hooks on the back of the things. There you go.
No, we need a hole in the middle so I can take a dab straight through it.
Yeah.
That makes it real useful.
Smoke a joint through it. What's wrong with that?
We'll
share joints.
So next week we're gonna have what's our plans?
Bob Esquino.
Yes. Drum set, a drum off with MTI drum battle.
Right. Seeds Here Now can call in. We can get William to call in from American.
Everyone's
going to
send in pictures of fish with underwear on, or fish with a diaper.
Yes, fish with a diaper.
Fish in a diaper.
Or an underwear, that's fine.
No,
it's
no,
okay if
diaper.
it's potty trained.
Yeah, send your pictures in.
Well, if it's potty trained, it's like a...
To info@adamdunshow.com.
Is it a full or empty diaper? We're talking full diapers or empty diapers?
Artistic license. Do what you need to
I
do
would
to
say
make
if you
it
want to
funny.
win, you got to make it look really full.
It's got to be funny.
Yeah, because you got to be like,
It has. We have to laugh. Yeah. If we're not laughing, you're not winning.
Yep.
Shut up. He's just broke the fourth wall.
So send those in to info@Adam Dunn Show, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get a real winner this time, a real talented winner, and their artwork will go on for infamy.
Mm-hmm. They might even use it on their website.
Holy shit! They might be like, "This is it, finally."
Right.
They'll definitely use it if it's done well. Right.
Pun intended.
Or done great.
Done great.
It could possibly be used in their fake advertising that they would create, and then
it'll be a Dun Van Gogh.
Dun Go.
Dun Go.
Dun Van Go.
I don't know about that.
No, maybe.
Nah. But it would definitely. No, I'm saying they could use it in their little fake story because that is their story. We didn't make up.
I know.
We didn't make up
right.
diapers. They made up diapers. So if you listen to the show, you'll understand the joke, and then you'll be like, "Oh, that's why."
I get it now.
I get it. So think of tilapia.
Diaper. Yeah.
That's your mission.
Right.
As a incredible graphic artist or terrible or like me who just scraps it.
I don't know. You do okay.
Someone's gonna do it. Someone's gonna nail it.
Oh, it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be hilarious.
Send it with the subject fish shit to info@adamdunshow.com so we can
fish
suss
it
it out.
Subject fish shit.
Whoa, sausage.
Yep.
The sausage. All right. And let's see. Any other shout outs last minute? Any other people?
I like my Ozo coffee tonight.
Nice.
Oh yes. One day
I like
you'll get
my
free
Ozo.
coffee. One day you'll get a free coffee.
And I want them to sponsor the show. If you can stop by Ozo Coffee, mention the Done Deal, even though we don't have it there, and see what they say.
Yes.
No, they have Boulder, Longmont, Westminster, maybe even Denver, Fort Collins. They're growing, I think. Anyway,
They would
they're
grow
great
much
coffee.
more if they had the Done Deal. They could grow twice as fast.
They would.
Yep.
Fishing a G-string if it's all shittied up. Like it can't be like it's got to be a full G-string. I don't know how you're gonna do that though. It's gonna be hard. How do you make a full G-string?
Joe, you can't ask for advice. You just run with it right now, and we'll critique him later.
I was gonna comment on it, but I was gonna.
No, just let him go.
Diaper is part of the deal.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Yeah, he wants a day. I told you. We start the bidding at $9,900, or 3 first-class tickets in a bubble to Barsa-Corona.
Is that your homeboy?
I don't know who that is.
I'm just kidding.
I have no.
With the TV?
Jagged brain. I have
Could
no
be.
idea who it is.
You can have a date with Dave, no problem.
Shut the fuck up.
I say it's okay.
Nope, not okay.
Yeah. Now me, on the other hand.
Oh, that's expensive.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
Shout out to the Chat Gang for hanging in there.
Yeah, you guys are great, by the way. Thank you.
Shout out to EVN, even though I don't know if they're letting us play those EVN things at the beginning of the show, but I'm going to do it anyway.
We're going to do it.
I love EVN.
We'll figure out a way.
Didn't the people who watched the beginning of the show, who were back in the 90s, immediately have a little flashback? Like, yes.
Did you?
They did, of course, because that was the shit. Those guys were on point for the time period.
I actually ate ecstasy at the beginning, so that's what's wrong with me.
I get it now.
I was raving pretty
Trying
hard.
to lower trying to get ready for that fucking flu.
Excellent.
That's right.
Lower your immune system.
That's right, dude.
Oh, you're going to go in and get fucked.
No, don't tell HR. Holy fuck.
Shout out to my beautiful wife, Cece, and little Nick, who had to take the bus home today, which he loves.
Like the yellow school bus?
Yes, sir. Just like a school bus with no seatbelt. Like, the classic. It's like, it's the one place where they don't. What is going on there? Oh.
Whoa.
Echo, reverse. Isn't it weird how, like, they're so anal about kids in fucking car seats, but then they go on the school bus and they just, like, whatever.
Yeah, just go hang out.
Get in there and double up, triple up, whatever you want to do.
I don't let my kids ride on the school bus. Had a bad experience.
Did you? You had a bad experience?
No, my kid.
Oh, your kids?
Yeah.
With the bastard being an asshole?
No, they let her off the wrong stop.
Oh, great.
When she was really young.
Nice job.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, hello, where's my kid?
Oh, he got an earful. Don't you worry. I got her. It was I went all Papa Bear on him. So, you know. You let off the wrong stop. Wrong stop.
And that was it? Never again?
No, never again. Couldn't get past that one.
My God.
Nope. It's tough.
Again.
It's my responsibility to get my kids to and from school. That's what I do.
You can check me out Monday nights at sofabab.com.
Look at that.
Look at that. Throw it in there.
Throw it in there.
I was just catching it.
If you need a cake,
you guys are Photoshop experts with
rtcakes.com.
your incredible Photoshop skills.
We actually have one of the dudes, he was like, I actually went to college for Photoshop. I was like, well, why don't you make the fucking cards for it? And
Is that what's happening now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Nice.
So I was like, all of a sudden, I was like, what? Someone got all fucking creative?
Yeah.
Well, you guys aren't in the same place, right? You can be wherever you want, and you just appear on your screen. So you can do it from home. They do it from where they are. Or do you all come to a central location?
We have more people calling in now.
Okay.
Since we figured it out.
Figure the technology out?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's see. That's what happens.
Yeah, I'm really in Wuhan, China right now. You guys thought I was sitting here next to Adam. I'm quarantined in Wuhan.
We were supposed to put from.
Oh, I did, and I forgot.
We forgot.
Stoner. All right, you know what?
Hey,
next week we'll do the show from Wuhan.
And
for real.
For real, yeah.
Do the mask and everything again.
All right. Thanks for.
Thank you,
hanging in
everybody.
there.
Really, thank you.
We are officially. Yeah, we still even officially have 4 minutes if we want to go by our perfect.
Oh, because we started that comment that was said in 2 minutes. It'll be 10 minutes before they start. Was really funny, by the way.
2 minutes till 10 minutes. Yeah.
2 minutes till 10 minutes.
That's Adam Dunn Show time clock.
We don't want to have to refund any sponsorship money, so we have to go another 3 minutes now.
Shout out to Cultivator Synergy once again.
Thank you
for the
guys.
spot. And
we're missing somebody. I know we're forgetting somebody. The guys at Puffco, the guys at Carta. Thank you. Kevin at Puffco. You can follow him on Instagram.
When's he coming through? You said.
We'll get him to call in, but I didn't want to get him to call in. I want him to actually be here so he could leave us like 6 Puffcos.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason.
No, he's going to be in Barsa-Corona. They have a big setup there. I was going to have him on there, but
all right.
Guys at Requiem Seeds and Requiem Genetics, thank you guys for the support. We need to get them to help us with our social media. They fucking crush it.
Shout out to Treasure, of course. We'll be out there if we make it. If we survive.
Ooh, we just built a rosin press, me and my buddy.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we just got plates. And I'm about to go see it this weekend, but yeah.
Look at you all popped up out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I was like, I
See,
just forgot to. Yeah, I was
I
like, yeah,
forgot
we
to
got a
mention.
rosin.
News, news.
Stoked to experiment with that.
Well, I wrote to the guys at Go Peer Pressure. We'd love to have them come into the show.
Nice.
They're a local Denver company.
Yes, we know.
Then we'll go head to head.
You'll lose.
And then it'd be like, bring it all the way up here, and they'd be like, it's too heavy to take back. You should just probably leave it.
Oh, yeah, just probably leave it here.
Well, you know the Adam Dunn Show rule, right? If you show up with samples, the samples stay.
Yeah, they're gonna
10% sniff tax
for their $8,000 machine. I doubt they're gonna say.
What are you talking about? What happens if the loyal fans out there go? They buy like 20 machines.
Yeah.
They can give us one.
Yeah. Cool. Well, if
All
they do
right.
it, I'm down, but I doubt it. Somehow, I doubt it.
I don't know. You know, stranger things have happened. If you'd asked me a year ago,
somehow,
you
but
know.
it doesn't matter because we have the Perez.
The President.
The Perez.
Oh, that's what the press is called, the President.
Yeah.
But damn.
Oh, I
but
thought you were talking about
badang.
me. Never mind.
No.
Yeah.
You are the President. All right. All right.
Just the Perez.
The Perez.
All right. The Perez.
The Perez.
I guess we got a week to find out if we're going to live, but I
Thanks
guess we'll
for
see you next
tuning
week.
in. See you next week. Peace out, Bob, in the studio.
Bob Esquino.
It's going to be like fucking having...
He's a pot baron.
It's like Phil Collins is coming, dude. It's almost the same thing.
No hair. Oh, is that a bald? That was a bald thing. Okay. Love you, Bob.
See you next
Bring
week.
edibles.
Practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own hidden.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it Sensi Mag, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.